Dan, go get some gear.
And top drawer is open.
Oh, hello everyone. That's a bit different than normal, isn't it? Hello everyone. I can't be bothered with the formality anymore. It's wearing thin on me. Hello, hope you had a good week. We're back another Friday night to entertain you all. Yeah, and that's it. So crack on.
Are you not entertained?
So yeah, another week's rolled on by, hasn't it, Al? It's how these weeks roll on by. It's fine. Everyone's playing us back. I can't be bothered with the formality anymore.
Oh gosh, I'm blaming
I think
Jim.
that was Alan. Alan, you're playing us back.
Alan, yeah.
He's a plonker, and he really
Isn't he?
Just
Isn't he?
I don't know. So yeah, we're back with our usual show. We've got Dan, who's hopefully not going to walk out. Looking at your work on the Facebook page and forum. What's your favourite build of the week?
What you finished?
Yeah, what you finished this week. Sorry, and you get to vote for your favourite model build of the week. We've got Simon, who's got a very big one apparently.
Oh, Simon!
No!
What we've been buying section. And we'll also have a chat with what he's been saying about my relatives later on. We've got questions for the crew with Mr. Al McNeish, and then Mr. Alan Parker is going to have a look through our Rising Sun GB, which ended on the 13th of last month, I think it was. So stick around. We'll go £20 UP gift voucher to give away as well randomly through the night. And then we've got Yodeling with Sam.
Yeah.
Sam's going to yodel his favourite songs.
Can I get
wasn't it a combined medley from Dirty Dancing you were going to do?
That's what I was going to say, mate. I can do two voices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can do a bit of harmony.
One's a bit deeper than the other one.
Oh, okay.
Can I get my windpipe out and blow that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
I would get the triangle, but my drains were blocked, so I had to use it.
Oh God!
Sorry about the really bad banter.
That can only go south there, can't it? Really?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, I hope everyone's had a good week and everyone's stayed safe and sane and normal, as normal as we can do at the minute. Which, yeah, it's a crazy old place out there. But yeah, hopefully we keep you entertained for you guys tonight. If you got any questions or comments, or you're watching for the first time, say hello in the chat. We will welcome each and every one of you with an open arms.
Arms and legs.
Arms. So yeah, that's it. I think that's everything spoke about. Couple of things. We've got some new ISM merchandise over on upretail.com. I think there's pens and other things which I've forgotten about. I got a nice UMP mug for the post office the other day. I think it was just a one-off for me and them. I'm not sure if they're on there. I've not looked, if I'm honest. There's also, we've got Aoshima car kits on there now. There's some Great Wall Hobby kits on there. And Leah's done a not sale, apparently, of some Tamirama kits. Some are cheaper, apparently some are now dearer. I'll have to have a chat with Leah. I'll do that in a minute.
Sold out.
Oh, okay. And we've had a reduction in some of the postage costs as well.
Wow.
Which is good news. More to Australia and America, which from what Lee was telling me, we've got some really good next day delivery prices to the States, which is really good. So if you're overseas and, you know, obviously postage is quite expensive. Even in the UK, it's getting ludicrous now. If you've got any, you know, in the past, it's what you're affording, go and have a look and just see if the price is reduced. And that's it, really. Have you had a good week?
Have
Have you been off today, Luke?
No, I've finished at 6, man.
When's your last Friday?
Next week.
You bet you can't wait.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
You'll be a man of leisure like Simon. You have to grow a really crap beard. Oh, too late. That wasn't a dig at you, Simon, to dig at him.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about Simon. Every week he seems to be looking like he's got less and less hair.
Yeah.
Well,
give it a couple of weeks, it'll look like Norman.
Back.
In fact, look at them both now.
Not too far apart.
It's like the younger version.
All
I need is a baseball bat for Tracy every 2 or 3 hours. You know, a couple of swipes on one side, then 2 hours later, a couple more swipes, and it might look like Norm at end of week.
Oh,
In that light, Norman looks a bit like RoboCop when he takes his helmet off.
Oh.
Well, this is not Darth Vader.
Well, it could be that as well. Could be
make your mind up, though. I thought it was Lee.
No, it's Norman. Definitely
Oh,
Norman. No, you're Simon.
You
Oh.
haven't got enough hair from it.
You had a bang to the head today, Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ready to go, mate.
what were you all working on tonight? Al McNeish.
Don't know. Probably the Stuka.
Fair enough. Luke.
I am just finishing off the figures for my build series, and that video should be up Sunday on the figure painting.
Cool. Simon.
My McLaren M8A, I think.
Cool. Did you see that build?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right, that's all right, didn't it?
Yeah, no, you did a good job. Yeah.
Jim, what are you working on?
He's not there, mate.
I know he's not. That's why I asked.
Oh, sorry.
I've got this thing. It's a monitor. I can see the same thing as you, buddy.
It's been a long day.
Thanks anyway, Luke.
You're welcome.
Is Alan there? Has he got a kind face? Alan! Alan! What are you working on? Al, you're muted still because you were playing stuff back. I had to mute you.
Fancy muting me? That's not very nice.
You were playing the live feed back.
So?
Well, it was annoying.
Yeah, I'm working on the 240Z. That's
Yeah.
Nice.
awesome.
I was looking a bit fresh. You're looking a bit fresh today. You trimmed your eye.
I was just going to say,
The missus attacked me earlier on when I got into the door. She attacked me with the clippers, yeah. So
You're looking 10 years older.
Are you going back to get it finished?
yeah. April the 12th, as soon as the hairdresser's open, mate.
Have you got a hat?
Not with me.
Why
No.
do you think
A
I'm
wig?
wearing
A toupee.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. What are you working on, Tim, other than wrecking your cut map by the look of it?
What about wrecking the cutting mat, and then after that, I'm going to try and get some spraying on the subby
Cool.
over there. I've got me Ushi mottling stencils, and I'm going to go over the grey with that.
Cool.
Right.
I can see he's got his model on the bench ready. What are you working on, Dan? What are you working on, Dan?
Snow speeder.
Oh, excellent.
That would be Paul Snow Speeder, would it by any chance?
Oh, what?
What?
No.
What?
What are you working on, Sam?
148th Hummer.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh, lovely.
Last but not least, I'm working on a Lego Porsche.
Still.
Ooh.
And there we go. That's what we've all been working on. I've seen him get it out of the bench. The thought always preempted me there. What are you working on, Norman?
I've got a few bits of etch to stick onto that, and that's
Norman's
it.
mic off. Mike, Norman?
Hey, ready for primer? Yeah, don't work, Paul.
Norman? You go on, you're doing what, mate? Only feeling, yeah.
I've got a few bits of etch to stick onto that, and it's ready for primer.
Wow. Cool.
it'll never see primer, but it'll be ready for primer.
Hang on.
It will, Dan.
Hang on, wait. Tim, are you sanding your cutting mat?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
Rough bits.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Why are you cutting it?
You'll see when I finish, and you'll see what.
I know what he's doing.
You
I
know,
know.
I know what he's doing as well, and it is a good idea.
We'll see how it goes.
However, the execution might be.
My wood skills are pretty damn good. I'd like to say. Look, see, I made all this. I made all this stuff. You know.
What you should make is a really big shelving unit
That's
at work, and then try and get it up your stairs at home.
What you should do is make it so big it doesn't fit in the van. Then have to cut it down. Then make this. Then realise it doesn't fit. Forward thinking. That was forward thinking.
It is, mate. It is. So there we go. If you're in the chat, let us know what you're working on. And who wants to read the chat?
I can't read.
I'll do it.
I'll put my camera on my bench because mine's going to mug, so you can disturb him.
Okay. So, first in tonight is Mr. Simon Shorey saying evening peeps.
Hello, Simon.
We've got Gary Ride the Wind saying hello from down south. Jeff Light saying good evening, guys. Hope and trust that all is well with everyone. Not too bad, buddy. Thank you. Mr. Alan Parker, good evening all. Carl Roberts, evening all. Norman D, good evening, fellow sprue fiddlers. And your weekend starts here. Mine doesn't. I'm working tomorrow. Shocking.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Some bloke
Oh
from
no!
Black Rifle Modelworks saying evening, folks. Steve Partridge, good evening, crew. Hope you are all good. Sean White, evening, guys. John Stone, evening, one and all. And have a great show. Model on, indeed.
Thank you.
Anna Millen is saying evening, all.
Hello.
Mark H, hi, gang. Paul, can you send me the link again? His computer crashed.
The link to the Hangouts. I'll send you it later. Number off there.
Mr. McNeeshal's modelling photography. Evening, everybody. Hey, Mika, evening all. Willie Mac, good evening, lads, and to the folks in chat. Claire is in saying, hi, everyone. Hope your day, open brackets, Cal, close brackets, has gone well. Smiley face. That's a reference. Claire put a very witty and intelligent comment on one of my videos, but it was very late at night when I read it, and I didn't get it at all. But it's in relation to pronouncing the word Daycam. But anyway, that's what. Yes, I did get it eventually, Claire, once you explained it. I'd had about 3 hours sleep, I think. Anyway, Dan Croak, good evening, gentlemen. Hope you are all keeping well. Not too bad, buddy. Phil Beresford, hi, guys. Darren Master, evening, gents. Hope all is well with crew and in the chat.
Hello.
Hello, mate. John Howell, good evening, everyone. Auntie Kayla, good evening, folks. Luke Ward is in. Evening, fellas. Hello, Luke. Matt 58, hello, everyone. Williams Model Garage, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, John.
Mr. James here is in. Saying evening, all. Evening, James.
Buongiorno.
David Ball, good evening, all. Good news in capital letters.
Oh.
Good news. I had a job interview this morning and I start Monday. Finally, a bit of good luck and good news. Fair play, mate. Well done.
Yeah, nice one.
Mr. Ian Fife is in saying hi from Braintree, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Steve is in saying hello, all plastic fanatics from Southport, and a good evening to Paul and the Sprue crew.
Hello, mate.
Paul Christopher, hi and happy modelling weekend ahead.
Buongiorno.
Bob the Fish, sup peeps, sup Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Norman King, hello everyone. Brian Wimmill is in saying good evening, evening Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Yari T is saying evening.
Hello.
C3CYTH3R, evening all.
Hello.
Brian Wimmill is saying, Paul, have you finished sanding yet?
Yes, mate, I have. Yeah. The turbos. Damn, the turbos came as well, mate. Thank you.
What did they? Good.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Southwest Modeler, otherwise known as Chunk, is in saying g'day, everyone.
Oh, did you get your Mackie D's, Chunk? Oh, he has. He has. Excellent. I like it. I can see it down the bottom of the chat.
Chunky baby.
Chris Hughes saying greetings from Ukraine. Privyet, Chris.
Bonjour.
You've been saying looking forward to the show since having my wisdom tooth removed this morning. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah, been there, done that.
It makes you stupid after that it's removed.
You need to seal.
How many of you have taken out, Tim?
All of them. Not young. Honestly, they were. Honestly, all of them removed.
Johnny's in the chat saying afternoon. Oh, hello, Johnny. Benny and the Jets is saying evening, gents. Everyone is looking well tonight.
I don't know. Sam looks like he's about to throw up.
Sabers.
You all right, mate?
Yeah.
That means no, by the way.
Yeah.
Gary Ride the Wind saying the 17 mugs left on the site, Paul. Oh, now 16. So yeah, get along to umpretail.com and get yourself a mug.
Yeah, there's 10 mugs in there.
Tribune 43 saying hi all. Malcolm Plum, evening everyone. Brian Moran, evening folks. Just sorting my takeaway out, then he'll be with us.
Nice.
John Patrick Hudson. Oops, late again. Evening all from Dagenham.
Oh,
Naked Modelers in saying evening everyone. Hello, mate.
Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Johnny's saying, "Hey Luke, stickers showed up this morning." Well, I'm glad they got there, mate. They took a while, to be fair,
Excellent.
but at least they're there. Patrick McGeever, evening all. D3CYTH3R. I love that name. Has Tim got LEDs to put in that armrest thing? Don't tell everyone what he's doing.
Armrest?
That's what he's doing.
Put your camera on, Tim. Come on.
Stand by, caller, and he'll show you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed something in the chat.
Did you get the LEDs though, Tim? Because that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cully's in saying hello, crew. Good evening, Cully. Mountaineer Modeler, hello everyone. Hugh Gordon, good evening, inmates. Hope everyone is well. Good evening, Hugh. Not bad, mate. Sean Brader, evening all. Off in the shower, so we'll be watching Naked Nude. Now there's
right. I'm naked as well, mate. Don't you worry. Right to the camera.
I'm naked from the waist down, mate.
I'm swinging it. We're gonna make sure that run over everything with the chair.
As everyone knows at Telford, I struggle getting my trousers on.
Oh yeah, I'm naked underneath my clothes, by the way. I'm naked underneath my clothes.
Oh, Tim.
Oh. Start flirting.
It's all well and good being in the model room naked till you roll back and catch something under your coat to reach chair.
Dan Croak is saying he's working on a Tamiya 916. Luke Ward started the Tamiya 98R1 in an effort to do something new every build. I'll be adding magnets to hold the fairings on.
Excellent.
Good. John Patrick Hudson working on 3 Tamiya Mini Coopers for a movie group build. Nice.
Okay.
What
movie that's from?
The Spanish job.
Ah.
Benny and the Jets is working on the underside of Thunder Model's German flat wagon Still German group build. Nice. Johnny has done the AMG S600 Coupe and he's starting on a Spitfire Mark 11 or Spitfire Mark 22/24. Nice.
Oh.
Claire has put a smiley in with sunglasses on.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a cool comment, Claire. And if I'd have been more awake and compass mentis, I would have got it straight away. But
wasted on him.
Sat there struggling. What?
You're way too intelligent for me, Claire. Anyway, Chunk is saying, I'm working on a double sausage and egg McMuffin. Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
You'll get fat. Oh, wait.
Mark is saying, thanks, Luke and Paul. Thumbs up.
No problem.
Dave Allen, evening all. Still working on the Martini Porsche.
Cool.
Nice. Simon Brown is saying, evening, ladies, from Her Majesty's Prison, Wakefield.
What?
Okay.
Hopefully he's a prison officer, not an inmate with good liberties. You know.
I was going to say.
Jan Loftus is saying, evening, guys. Hope all are well.
My turn on the internet.
Chris Hughes is saying, lovely Russian, Luke. Thank you. Or spasiba.
Can compliment my French.
It might have been. Luke Ward is saying, haha, happy for you, Chunk. Subway tomorrow. I had a Subway today, but my missus is disgusted because I get tuna when I go to Subway.
Oh.
My missus has tuna and it's.
She doesn't think that sort of is a proper Subway, but I like it.
You know what you want from Subway? To change the subject completely. You want a cheesy pepperoni, extra cheese, banging sandwich.
Very nice. Yep.
Banging.
I'll start with the Mackies out for my breakfast today for the first time in 8 months.
Nice. Was it worth the wait?
Mate, I had sausage, pancakes, and syrup with an extra sausage, and a double sausage and egg McMuffin meal. Too damn right, it was worth waiting for.
What did you have first?
The pancakes.
Yeah. Well done.
No, what you need is a full breakfast Friday. That's what you need.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
No idea.
Yeah. Remember they used to do, just sort of going off on the food tangent. Remember they used to do the big breakfast?
Yeah, they were nice then.
Oh, why are they doing that?
Yeah, they were good then.
Yeah, really shame. I always like that.
Very good.
Although only if you like burnt muffins. You always used to burn the muffin.
Yeah.
I always find that any muffin in the morning, burnt or not, is always a bonus. Anyway, David Ray is saying, evening all, continuing work on the terrible Reval 124th Mustang 350 GTH. Yes, I built that, mate.
Oh, you've got your line. Move along.
No, left him alone. It was quite vague.
Master Toymaker, HAL 9000, almost finished achieving sentience.
Getcha.
Yeah.
That he must be building one of those after 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's like just a box on water, black box with a red light.
Oh, the monolith.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean the HAL thing?
Yes.
Yeah. HAL 9000.
Yeah. So I thought you meant the monolith for a minute.
David Gilmore is saying hello from the Four Corners. It's a great day to build a model. It's always a great day to build a model. Bap's in saying good evening, guys. Evening, Bap.
Evening,
Sean said he's just dropped his soap. Okay.
Leave it on the floor then, son.
Probably on purpose, knowing you.
Colin Jarvis saying hello. Oh, John Stone is working on the 21 centimeter Morsa for the.
How big is it?
FAMO.
How big
Mark Ward is saying hi, guys. Good evening. Hello, mate.
Francis
is saying hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. He's working on his R2800 resin engine for his Hellcat while listening. First resin engine for him.
Excellent.
A lot of cleaning needed. Yeah. Chris Hughes is saying bon French, Paul.
Oui, sacre bleu.
Luke Ward, I also had a Subway, no tuna though. Stuart Scamod is saying, evening guys, and hope you're all doing well. Dave Marzola's in saying, good evening from warm, sunny Florida.
It's boot, not trunk.
Andrew Callis is saying, warm, smiley face.
And it's Lego, not Legos. All right?
Exactly, Tim.
Oh, that's so. Sorry.
And Edwin Steinberg is saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Edwards.
Tim's in the top was though, moving on.
Scale models is also, I wish Tamiya would reissue both versions of the Mark II Jag.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Douglas Ware is in saying, good evening, everyone. And we are ready to there.
Nice, well done, Luke.
Thank you, Norman.
That was me.
Norman D.
I'm really joking.
Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah, anytime, mate. There we are. So
I'll just read that one from Gianluigi. He's saying, good evening, everyone from Dublin. Tonight, I'm back on the BAE Sea Harrier FRS 148 Airfix preparing for airbushing. And he's looking forward to the Husky AVGP 35th with the UN livery. He's talking about my kit review, I think. Any chance of a diorama? Not on that one, buddy. And the reason being is that I would really struggle, because no one really makes them, to get the figures for the African security forces.
Well, that's not the spirit.
No, but it is the truth.
Scratch build your own figures. Come on, Luke.
I'm going to say, just buy 20 boxes of Matchbox figures and then just a lighter, and you'll be sorted.
A soldering iron, we form them.
No, there won't be a diorama. I might put it on a base, but there won't be a diorama. Yeah, anyway.
Wait, what's the difference? What's the difference between them being on a base and a diorama then?
Because a base is just something to put it on. I think, I might be wrong, a diorama is something that tells a story.
So would you say the base is more of a vignette?
Yes.
Okay, there you are.
Do you reckon, Tim? Sounds good?
Yeah, yeah, you're building a vignette.
I think a vignette is, you know, if you put a figure next to a vehicle for scale or...
A really short story. I like short stories.
Whereas I think a diorama should tell some sort of story.
I've already said then, I put it on my salad, but there's no way anyone will believe that.
Put it over your Egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
Sausage and Egg McMuffin, sorry. Yeah, Brighton.
And Astro Cat's asking, Luke, did you see the Daily Mail about Long Range Desert Group?
He reads the Daily Mail religiously.
Yeah, I don't read the Daily Mail, believe, for various reasons that we won't go into. But, yeah.
Oh, why not, Luke?
Because we're live, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah,
and I can't afford the amount of swear words that I'm talking about the Daily Mail.
That's more like it.
There we are, well done.
Towards Luke and towards the guys who've served in the military, I was watching a little series that a YouTuber's put together showing the time lapse of the Operation Desert Storm. I call it Desert Storm.
Yeah, I'll grab it. Yeah,
I never realised how much armour and planes and personnel was there.
Yeah, I mean that was before my time. But
you see lots of pictures of it, but I never realised how much arrived.
It was the biggest, as far as I'm aware, it was the biggest. What's the word? Assemblance of troops and hardware since World War II.
Yeah,
I think there was something in the region of over 1 million troops.
Yeah, I think like a million personnel.
Yeah, and then plus all the hardware.
Because they were saying, oh yeah, this unit and this unit, and then they pulled back, and it's like they had every single cavalry division, and the Marines were here, and I was like, the French were over there. The what's the French? The national
Foreign Legion.
The Foreign Legion were there.
I mean, you'd be surprised actually what the Foreign Legion get involved in. They were in Afghanistan recently. They were in the Second Gulf War, which was off Telic.
I mean, they get everywhere. If there's a fight, it's out there.
Yeah, and they do a lot of stuff in Africa. The Foreign Legion.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of the pictures from Gulf War, but I've never seen it laid out showing the amount. And it's the first day of the air war. The amount of planes.
Yeah.
And helicopters that did operations in one night was just unbelievable.
Shock it all, wasn't it? Shock it all.
I'm amazed they just didn't go, no, that's enough. We're giving up now, because they just annihilated them.
That was the tankers did that.
Yeah. They were saying that some of the Iraqi personnel got a bit annoyed that they were quite happy to give up, but they were literally, they rolled up to it, blew it up a bit, and then waited to see what happened, and then they came out with their flags sort of waving. But a lot of them were getting annoyed. They were like, we were going to give up. You didn't have to bomb us. We were quite happy to give up. Yeah, it was quite interesting to see the amount.
I think it was the first time since the Cold War went warm. I think it was the first time that NATO actually showed, if needed, what they can actually do quite quickly. Impressive.
Well, I'm not saying UN peacekeepers there instead.
Yeah, it took a month. It took a month to build up those troops. So it took to build up the personnel, and they were pretty much already based around that area, weren't they? They were already in that zone.
Yeah.
But, not.
But it was the same as Optelic when we deployed prior to the war starting or the invasion. So I deployed from Germany on Valentine's Day, 2003. And we were in the Kuwaiti desert for a few weeks while the politicians kind of did their thing. But the build-up of troops, how quickly, particularly the Americans, can assemble, whole divisions on the other side of the world is quite impressive.
They really have got that the ability to move their army.
Yeah.
They can move it wherever they want.
But if you look, I mean, we won't go on about it because it's taking over the show, but if you look even at the British, so 16 Air Assault Brigade, which is our rapid response, quick reaction force, they can be anywhere on the ground, anywhere in the world at battalion strength as an airborne unit with all their logistics and medics and everything that goes with them in less than 24 hours, anywhere in the world.
Pretty amazing.
Which is quite a logistical achievement, to be fair.
I think that's more it is. It's just the logistics. And then, if fair enough, you move a whole group of personnel there. There you go. There's loads of personnel. They need everything behind them to keep them fighting. Otherwise, you'll throw them in for half an hour and that's it. And they're stuck in the middle of nowhere with nothing. It's all everything behind them. It's got to keep flying towards them. Yeah.
But give it another 20 years, military logistics will be run by Amazon because they're really good at it. They're world leaders in logistics.
There's that new Amazon shop literally down
the road.
It's like, I think that's quite amazing. Very clever. Very clever.
Amazon are taking over the world. Good, because they're good at what they do. I'm quite happy for them to take over.
If someone's good at what they're doing, like UMP, support them.
Absolutely. Is that umpretail.com?
It's the ones.
Who are they?
They are good at what they do. And I'm about to go and try and buy one of the Great War Hobby 172 F-15s, the one I put in the chat the other day with the D-Day 75th anniversaries.
Nice.
All right.
Isn't there a thing about putting all your eggs in one basket, though?
Yeah, I like eggs.
It's just a model kit, isn't it? What?
I'm just not about Amazon saying Amazon would be good. They'll let them take over everything, I say, isn't it? Be a bit of a bad idea.
Oh,
Maybe.
they're good. I'm happy.
Or
Take care.
find your own business.
Every day is a school day.
What?
There we go.
Yeah. So there we go. We need to universally use that amongst all those YouTubers because I get accused of saying it all the time now.
What
there we
do
go.
you get accused of?
Just to pick up on a point in the chat, Chris Hughes is saying in the first Gulf War Desert Storm, more than 800 Tomahawk missiles were fired, the cruise missiles.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, they're $1 million each.
I was watching that first.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
You're thinking, I was watching it thinking, because the B-52s flew from the US and they carried, what was it, nearly 20 each plane, I think it was, wasn't it? Each plane, you spent all of them. You think how much they had to refuel there and back over 25 times. If it fired all those missiles, I'm thinking the amount that must cost just on that one single exercise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, wow.
Did the job though. And if you can remember back for the news footage, that was the first time these kind of smart missiles were sort of seen.
Oh man, all the footage of them flying down the streets.
And they're literally flying down the street, and the journalists are filming it, turns left. the T junction, the missile has turned left to go to it. Amazing. And obviously that's a long time ago now. The technology that exists now is way more superior to that.
Well, you can watch the missile go through a window now.
Yeah, absolutely.
See the expressions on their faces sometimes.
You can also watch.
I was going to swear then.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Okay, sorry. Well, you're thinking. I was thinking of that funny goat that falls over when it's hit by a ball.
Yep.
What?
Tim, I don't want you to be alarmed, but I think there's a drug dealer in your house. It's all right. He's got out the window. It's fine.
Oh, thank God for that.
If you hadn't jumped, push him.
All right, will do.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm deathly silent.
Yeah.
Paul's just checking his pulse rate because somebody who nearly swore.
I'll stop myself, don't worry. Luke Ward in the chat saying, I agree, Luke. A base is like a dirt track for a tank, a diorama with a demolished building, a muddy road with some people knocking about looking on in concern. Yeah, I mean, I think with a diorama, you don't need to go mental with, buildings and everything else, depending on the setting of where it is. But I think it should tell a bit of a story with some figures and whatever else. Whereas a vignette you could get away with, or a base, just get away with putting that vehicle in its natural habitat, really, whatever vehicle that may be.
I think a base is a good way to display the model, whereas a diorama, you're showing off your modeling skill over the whole thing.
Over the whole thing, not just that particular vehicle or whatever.
Yeah, the base is just more of a better way of displaying a finished item.
Everyone's talking about what they're having for their dinner. Luke was saying, if you don't end up with a face like a punch pasty, it's not a proper pickled onion.
Right, all right, random Luke.
Yeah. Tribune 43 saying a career army man made his first name H as he knew the army didn't have a form that could process it.
Huh?
Oh, that's a nice noise.
They're just chatting
That sounded like an inward army joke.
Yeah. And Tribune 43, yeah, I've read it, mate. Norman Schwarzkopf, Storming Norman's autobiography. He was the supreme commander for Desert Storm. It's a really good book. It's well worth a read.
Was that book
Must
about
have a
what?
lot of pictures in there.
Wait, what was that book? What book's that one?
Enid Blyton.
Norman Schwarzkopf autobiography.
7. Although I feel bad because I had all them Enid Blyton books when I were a lad. He when I were a lad and checked for a pub.
Right.
Right then. Al.
Yeah.
McNeish.
What?
Go do questions for the crew.
Can do.
In about an hour, yeah.
You want an hour's worth?
I'm not joking. Go on.
If everybody in the chat could add to the questions, that'd be great.
I think there was. I did see one earlier up, mate. Kirsch's talking about dioramas for 24 scale models. If you want to ask that one, you got it.
How far back is that?
Just after the Red to Here, so he's after Jamie Gavin saying hi, important crew.
There might be blue to there then.
Got it?
No.
No, I'll tell you what then, I shall
You read it.
copy and paste it into the chat.
Okay, we'll get to it at the end then.
Wow.
Okay, the first question in the chat's from Daryl Masters, who says, "Hi team, hope you're all well." So the question is for Luke, I guess, as the armor guy. Yeah, right. Anyway, I've seen the Hobby Boss 35th scale Jackal, and it looks amazing. He's not sure of its arena, but it looks like a perfect pairing with the rifle model's 35th MRAP MATV and a Dio. Would that be an accurate pairing?
Yes and no. So the MATV MRAP from Ryefield is a US operated vehicle. The Jackal is a British operated vehicle. However, that said, they would on occasion be on joint ops, particularly in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, where the US and the Brits work very closely. So yeah, you could absolutely use both. But if you were going for a British Dio, then you want to look at the Meng Husky, which is essentially the British version of the MATV. That's probably a more accurate pairing if you're putting it with a Jackal.
Or if we go back to the normal baseline, it's your model, you can do what you like.
Absolutely. But yeah, it wouldn't be unseen to see the ATV with a Jackal, because we worked hand in hand. But if you were going for the British theme, then you'd look at the Meng Husky, which is our equivalent of their MATV.
There you go.
Okay, the next question is from Darrell again. And he says, last week, Paul made mention of using clear coats with UMP washes. He thinks he's mentioned Mr. Hobby Aqueous Clear. Did he hear that correctly?
No, I don't think it did. Can't remember
Was
that.
that the GX you were on about?
You can get the GX 100, yeah, different, not accurate, lacquer.
Yeah.
Aye.
So, possibly not. Next question is from Dan Croak, who says, has anyone mixed UMP washes with UMP pigments for different colour variations?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
And as a sort of pigment fixer?
Yeah, you'd be fine. No bother at all.
Okay, can we have a difficult question this week? Anyway, so there is a third question from Darrell Masters, but I'll let it go. He's saying he's chancing his arm so the crew can decide whether it's a question to omit. This hobby ain't cheap anymore. Buying an Airfix starter kit was £6.
Hang on, someone's feeding back. Dan?
What? Yeah?
You're feeding back, mate?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or-
he says buy an Airfix starter kit with 6 paints and brush doesn't make kids go running out to the shops. So would you encourage someone with £20 a week to get into the hobby in this day and age? And if so, how?
I'd buy 20 cigarettes and a box of Carlin or something, to be honest. Much more fun.
Oh,
I'm joking. Get Stella.
Is
No.
it,
20 quid start Seth Murphix.
are we talking about kids or anyone?
I think you said kids, didn't
Yeah, kids,
Yeah.
yeah.
you? Yeah, I think I'm doing perfectly fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. It's not a cheap hobby, is it? Well, I say it's not a cheap hobby. It can be.
Yeah.
You know what? The way we do it certainly isn't cheap. That's for sure. But we didn't all start with this, did we?
No.
You know. So you can have a tray on your lap with an Airfix starter kit, particularly when you're younger, and just start putting models together. And I think once you've kind of sparked that interest, you know, most of us moved away from the hobby, you know, during our teens, 20s. There's more important stuff to be doing, but we've all come back to it later in life. I think once that interest is there, it doesn't really leave you. And I think, you know, for the sake of 10 quid for an Airfix starter set, to get your child away from the screen for a few hours and actually learning how to use their hands to assemble something, and I don't see that as a bad thing at all.
Absolutely, mate. 100%.
You're not throwing them into the hobby where within 6 months they're going to be airbrushing and all that stuff. You're just trying to spark that interest, I think.
Yeah.
Initial spark is what it needs.
It's like any hobby, isn't it? When you first start out, everything seems to be expensive. Even if you go walk and you buy cheap pair of trainers, and next thing you want to know, oh, there's a £40 pair of trainers. Oh, I need them £60 pair of trainers, you know.
Absolutely.
You go play football.
Adds up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you can spark that interest later in life or at various points during their life, they will come back to it. Because I think once it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think also that if it's a father and it's his son that's starting a model, that's so much better.
Yeah.
You know, father and son sitting at the bench. What are we all? You know, I mean, I'm sure Paul can't wait that James is at the bench beside him, building. You know, stealing all his big kits, and Paul's just saying, "Okay, James, you take them."
Making them better.
But I mean, Norman's the same. He had his granddaughter sitting beside him building Gundams.
Yep.
You know, I can't wait for it.
So Amanda. She finished more than I did.
There's so many different genres, and so like Gundam, Warhammer, planes, armor, cars. It's almost, the list is almost endless. It doesn't need to be the £50 Ryefield armor kit.
No.
You know, and they probably wouldn't enjoy that anyway, because it's not the most simplistic of builds. You know.
So a Tommy kit today on eBay, 12 quid.
Yeah.
8 figures and a tank. 12 quid.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be something that you paint or, you know, just to get the interest going. Those snap together kits are pretty good, depending on what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're a starting point. So it's just about getting the kid's interest, isn't it? That's the main thing, and picking a subject that the child likes.
Yeah. Yeah. Once it's there, it might go away for decades, but it will come back.
Yep.
And then it will come back when they've got more disposable income, and then they end up doing what we're doing. You know?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I actually started off. It was my old man that got me into it. At the start, he was in the TA at the time, and
I didn't know he was in the SAS.
Yeah,
Saturdays and
absolutely.
Sundays. Excellent.
Saturdays and
No,
Sundays.
I'm
Yeah.
just joking.
and they used to get the he was his main job was manning the Beaufort guns with the anti-aircraft things. So he had to be able to identify the aircraft. So he got the recognition magazines, and he used to come home and swat up, and I would sit beside him, and and he'd write down the answers, and I'd write down the answers, and I'd beat him every time. And then that got me naturally into the aircraft, and then the modeling followed after that. But I started modeling. I didn't even have a paintbrush.
You don't need to paint it, do you?
Tube of glue, plastic kit in a bag, instructions on the
Yeah.
inside. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Fingers stuck to the wings.
Yeah. Well,
He did say kit in a bag, didn't he?
Yes. Mate.
Just checking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, regardless, I would always encourage anyone to have a go.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend a fortune.
Yeah.
We all have, but
I've spent a small fortune.
Yeah, but we're at the stage where we've earned this.
Yes.
Exactly. We're at a stage in life where we've got a bit of a disposable income.
We'll have families until they're well worked. So
kids grown up.
Yeah.
Thousands.
It also depends a lot on peer pressure as well, because I tried getting my kids into it, but they built a few models each, and that was it. And
I think so. Sorry, I'll go.
No, I really had to bite my tongue because I wanted them to do it properly, and of course they just wanted
Difficult,
to build it.
Yeah.
So you got to stand back and look at a big picture and that. But they did a few models each, and that was about it. So.
But who's to say in years to come?
Well, there you go.
That they're not going to come back to it and then start to really take it, a bit more seriously and spend some money on it.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
Well, if anybody, if I had to choose one of them, I think my eldest Matthew would possibly get back into it, because he's got a lot of issues, and how this, the hobby just calms you down, just takes you away from that. So I think he'd
and it certainly wouldn't be a bad thing.
No.
But I think at the moment, especially with the younger generations, the hobby of modeling in whatever genre it is up against it, really.
Yeah.
I certainly don't think the hobby's dying. I think it's stronger than ever. But with the younger generations, there's so much other stuff, Xbox, PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's the big competition. Do they really want to sit down and build a 70-second scale Spitfire, or do they want to play Call of Duty on an Xbox in HD?
Yeah, absolutely.
All day long.
With their mates online. Yeah.
It's difficult because the world's moved on. Whereas, before that existed, really, there wasn't a lot of competition. And modeling was not more accessible, but I can remember when I was a kid, the local newsagent used to sell
Airfix kits.
model kits, Airfix 70-second kits, and now they don't see it visually, do they? Because the majority of it is online now, and if they're online, they're playing games.
Yeah.
But that's down to older generations to go out, get them a cheap starter set, and say, put that together, I'll turn your Xbox off.
How many kids did you see walking around Telford? Very, very few. And I suppose, as a youngster, even when I started the hobby, I looked upon it as like an old man's hobby. But there again, my dad at the time was,
Well, what's the turn of the century, Al?
I was going to say, I started modelling, it were all out of slate.
Yeah. I've still got the hammer and chisel enemy.
I did ask Junior to start modeling. He called me a sad old twat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, what a sad person.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's the first time Sam's sworn in ages.
Oh, it's a swear word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't know what I used a better one.
According to some folk.
Not in my book, Sam. Not in my book.
Listen, you stick to building that bench thing of yours.
I can think of plenty of others, but like that.
Okay. Well, moving on. Carl
Yeah,
Roberts
moving
has got
on.
a question here. And he says this one's for Paul. What's best to thin UMP black primer? Mine's gone snotty and hard to get through the airbrush.
UMP thinner or water will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, UMP thinner or water.
Personally, I would strain it. So
Yeah, strain it.
Say get the strainer.
Yeah.
Wife's tights and
Make sure she's not wearing them.
Yeah,
if you don't have a
and
wife,
the clean.
Sisters. Yeah.
Stay away from
Oh.
the gussy.
There you were.
Or
Yep.
go to umpretail.com and buy a new ball.
Use the halfway down the leg. Not anyway. Not funny.
Yeah. Halfway. Right, got that. Anyway, the next question, which doesn't appear, but Luke's kindly put it in the chat for me. I can't remember who it was from, but anyway, the question is, okay, if I make a diorama for 24 scale car models, does he need to find houses, miniatures at 24 scale as well?
Oh, that's what that is.
Preferably, yeah.
It depends on the dio, really. I mean, if you're doing a garage type dio, don't they sell sort of garage equipment?
Some bits, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just scratch build a kind of, wall section and a base, and then put that equipment in it, put the car in it.
Yeah, you buy the whole thing. Comes walls, floor, garage stuff, all in one kit.
I mean, obviously, if you want to make a street diorama, then yeah, I think
Yeah.
houses would be.
Do they do them in 1/24? Houses and that sort of stuff.
You can get some. No, you can't. No, I don't think so.
No, there's going to be.
I've seen that garage, and that's about it.
There's a garage, tools.
Now, there's a fuel pump, American
Yes,
fuel pump.
that's right. From who makes that?
AMT.
Well, I say it was.
Yeah.
I think Roundup models now reproduced it.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to do a street dryer, there's going to be a lot of scratch building involved. But it can be done. It's no different to building a 35th scale dio. If you're scratch building it, it's just bigger.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, there's another question in the chat from Benny the Jets, who asks, just finished fixing ejector pin marks on his railway wheels. How does the crew deal with pin marks in tight places?
Put a tarp over.
Hide them.
Yeah.
Mud.
Use a conformable sander.
Ejector pin mark.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a proper baller and you've got a punch set, you can punch out some thin discs and fill in the
place.
Yeah, in place, but that can be quite an expensive tool to buy just to fill in those. But trust me, if you're into buying tools, buying a punch set for circles and hexagonals, you think, oh my god, this is ridiculously expensive, and then every time you use it, you go, oh thank God I bought that.
Yeah.
Or get fill the hole with some perfect plastic putty or whatever your filler of choice is, and then use a customizable sander, cut it off and stick it on the end of a pencil to get into tight spots. Works a treat. You can just use it and twiddle the pencil around until you've got it where you want it. If that makes sense.
Where would you get them from, Simon?
Well, the ones I've got.
Pencils, any stationers, Norman.
Oh, thank you.
The ones I've got, Norm.
Use a professional pencil sharpener, though.
Yes.
I've got one of them, Tim.
So you got one of those. Result. Well done. Now you are now a professional.
Look.
Oh, look, Norm's a professional.
Can I just say, hilariously, my mate Simon, who tries to troll us in the chat every now and then.
Yeah.
He's trolling us on last week's video like a prat. Put random comments and I'll just message him. He's like, you trolling last week. Oh,
You TV.
Oh, dear. Poor guy.
Well, I think that's about it for the questions, unless anybody, any of the crew have a question.
I've got an itch.
Okay, scratch it.
We'll talk about that.
I have done. It's got angrier, and yeah, it spreads my finger now.
E45 cream.
E45.
And that loads of it doesn't do a thing.
E50.
And welcome to Luke's Medical Hour.
You get that a lot, Luke? Friends and family always
all
ask
the
you
time.
stuff.
All
You're
the
like, "Go
time.
see your doctor."
Gets
All the time.
pestering me enough.
At least, definitely all of us, definitely.
All the time.
I'm gonna take a picture of that lump, Luke. I'll send you a picture, mate.
Lovely, mate. I'll have a look at it. Talk to you offline.
Mr. Bratland, where are you?
What?
Oh dear, that was very funny.
Okay, well, that's all the questions then. Unless you
Well done,
guys-
Al. Well done, Al. Congratulations.
Jubilations.
No, just congratulations.
That looks like I painted my hand grey now. When you look at my screen.
Oh yeah, there's a bit.
You've only got 3 fingers on your hand, mate. Then that's some medical attention is required.
Sam School of Modeling.
Hey,
to be honest, I'm surprised Dan still got opposable thumbs. Sam, you look utterly fed up. Sam looks fed up.
No, I'm
You
okay.
all right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
Good. Alan, do you want to do the Rise and Sun thing, Bob?
We can do.
Yeah, Alan's going to look back at all the basically car entries, isn't it? Really, I think.
Yes, he will. No, I think there's a bike in there. All cars.
Yeah, he's going to look at the
Before you
work.
do that, Paul
Right,
Christopher's got a question. He said, "Has anyone not got a fuse pickup?"
I know somebody else got one. Chunk couldn't get one.
Hang on. I never got one. I ordered it and it got lost between Leicester and here, which is about 20 miles away. So,
That's really weird because a bloke with a Leicester accent delivered me a second one by accident.
And the thing is, though, they're still telling me that there's 12 in stock. So, yeah.
Well, order another one then.
Well, I contemplated it, but then I'd have to go for a rigmarole and getting a refund for when that one's don't turn up.
No, it will turn up. It's not getting the refunds not hard from Amazon.
No, it's not hard, but they've changed how they do it now. You have to go into like a weird chat room with an automated.
No, you should deal with the automated thing first.
Well, that's what I have to do. That's what I did last night, and then somebody stepped in, and I couldn't pronounce the name.
Anyway, moving on. Hurry up, Alan, quickly.
Right, is that sharing?
Yes, thank God for that. Right, over to Alan. He's going to look at all the work, share the Facebook page. But basically, that one there's the best, just on the screen now.
Yeah, it is a nice one, that one there, isn't it?
It's lovely.
It's lovely. But we didn't build one like that.
I know.
Right then, so these are the entries that were for the Land of the Rising Sun build. So let's start at the top with Mr. Bretland's entry. It's a Tamiya 124th Nissan R32 GTR. It's primed in Ultimate Modeling White primer with a little bit of grey mixed in. Base painted in Zero Paint Nissan AH3 Cherry Red. We had quite a discussion on the colour of that one, didn't we, actually, if I remember clearly?
Yep.
Yep. Cleared in Gravity Spain 2K clear. Windows tinted with L-clad transparent smoke. Tamiya Z-Tune wheels painted in AK Extreme bronze. Scratch built exhaust tip, all painted to his Ultimate Apex airbrush, micro mesh, and Ultimate polishing system.
And what you can't see is the highly detailed interior.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we won't mention that it is. Yeah, you were going to drop it a bit as well, weren't you?
Yeah, but I didn't have a chance because it was at the door about 3 days later because I traded it for all those bits for the 12 scale Skyline.
Yeah.
So I never got to do it. I will revisit this at some point.
Yeah.
I've redo
it. Come out really nice, actually, for all the colours. Great colour, isn't it? Really
it does need lowering a tad on the back. Just a touch.
I'll get into it.
I said lower, mate, not
right.
Good kit, that. 13 quid you picked that thing up for.
Yeah, cheap, isn't it?
Very, very good kit.
I'll
The
say,
bodywork needed a lot of clean up, didn't it?
yes. And here we have David Ling. It's a Shima 112th Nissan Algrand.
12th?
12th, that can't be a 12. Sure, that's got to be 24th.
24th.
Yeah, I would say it's a 24th. Colour is Porsche Golf Orange. Painted with Standox car paint. Never heard of that one before.
No.
Colour was waterborne and used 2K lacquer.
Okay.
The other small parts were painted with Tamiya spray cans. It's all right, actually.
Lovely job.
They're quite a popular sort of SUV type.
They're massive over in Japan, aren't they? Those?
Yeah. But they're getting quite popular over here. They've got quite a following over in this country as well, I believe now. The old Nissan Algrands. They've got some pretty crazy engines in them too, so they're pretty rapid things.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a nice build that as well.
Yeah,
Done a nice clean job on that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Looks good. I've seen quite a few of those where they've customized them and put massive sound systems and disco in the back of them, ready to just park up and let rip. They're really good.
How much of a dad comment is that? Sound systems and discos.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, he is a dad.
Bless you.
Mind you, I think all of us are in here, aren't we?
What?
Dads.
Yeah.
No Jaffers in here.
Yeah.
Real full works.
Next up, we have a entry from Luke Ward. It's a Tamiya 112 Honda CB 1000 RRRRR in the Repsol livery. I think he used the livery off one of the earlier Repsol Hondas.
Off the 213.
Yeah, a lot of cutting and spraying to make that fit as well, didn't I believe?
Beautiful job.
Good, mate. No, that's good.
Yeah. It's primed in various UMP primers, painted with home mix colours using Mr. Hobby 171, X8 and LP50. Got a Tamiya fork set on there as well. Added some wiring under the fairings. Used decals from the RC213V kit through some needed to be cut and touched up using various paints. The masking set couldn't be used, so I had to mask it by eye. Cleared the Mr. Hobby Premium Gloss Clear, and it's his first video build as well. It's quite a good video build as well. I have watched that one.
Yeah, scale motor on YouTube. You can watch Luke's channel.
Very nice, mate.
Yeah, did a nice job on that.
Does look good. Nice clean build. Definitely. Yeah. Very nice.
Very good.
And next up, we have, who's this one? Mr. Simon Shorey.
Who?
Simon Shorey. Yeah. Don't know him, no. Must be some beginner. Tamiya Toyota Super GR in 1/24th, plus some P upgrades from Scale Lab set, but not all. UMP Grey Primer, Gravity Toyota Deep Blue and 2K, Tamiya LPs, UMP polishes, and of course painted using my trusty Apex airbrushes. Fantastic kit, would highly recommend, as goes together really well. I say I have one of these.
Very nice,
so it looks nice. Does look nice.
It's a really good kit.
Done a nice job there, buddy.
Yeah,
These chaps. I mean, again, going back to the early conversation for a beginner, because there's a little bit of cleanup on that because it fits so well. That's a great one, but it's not the cheapest.
No.
Not the most expensive, but not the cheapest. But it does fit together beautifully.
Nice go. I can't remember, what did you do with the wheels? Was that the kit chrome on those sides? I can't remember.
The kit chrome, and then the black is LP.
Okay.
It's
nice.
got the black inserts in it.
Yeah. That looks really nice, that mate.
Very nice, man.
Next up, we've got Thomas Hebert. It's a McLaren Honda MP44 in 1/20th, featuring Ayrton Senna. It's primed in Tamiya Fine White Primer, painted in TS26 Pure White and TS36 Fluorescent Red. Perfect parts photo etch set. Tamiya 1/20th driver figure, 1/20th adhesive seat belts, decals by MSS Creations. They'll be the Marlboro ones, should I say? And another scratch built details by myself. Bodywork clear coated in Mr. Super Clear UV cut and polished using the Ultimate Modeling polishing system. Getting all tongue twisted with too many P's. It's a nice kit, that.
That's lovely, isn't it?
It's worth looking at the second pick, Al, because he's did quite a bit on the
Yeah, I
detail.
know, on the engine, I know he's
Wow.
yeah.
Did a nice job there.
Oh, done a lovely job there, man.
Yeah,
Well done.
very good, mate.
That's the same one as I think Jim's building is 112th, isn't it? The one.
It is.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
I think I have one. I think I might even have one of those in my stash. Can't remember. Next up, we've got Sean White. It's a Shima 124th Nissan GTR.
Very nice.
Hobby Designs detail upset. UMP primers. Main body colour is Splash Millennium Jade with LP61 metallic grey on the lower skirts. Gravity Spain 2K clear.
I like that. Nice colour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zero textures black and zero Curo leather colour for the interior. Mr. Metal colour copper and LP67 for the wheels and 2mm brown silk ribbon seat belts. It does look nice.
It's a really cool car, that, Sean.
Yeah,
I like.
I was trying to think, is that, yeah, I think that's another one I got in my stash as well.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
Does look like a nice kit. It's a great car as well. It's one of the cars I'd certainly buy if I had the money. Definitely.
I think I'd still rather have an older version. I think.
I don't know.
It's gonna be more reliable, though, isn't it? More comfortable and
better on fuel.
Oh yeah, because that's what Skylines are. Better on fuel.
Yeah, well, the 35 isn't that bad actually, as long as you're not hoofing it. This one's Adrian Shingler. It's a 124th B-Max Toyota Carina EST from the British Touring Car Championship, driven by Will Hoy. Primed in UMP white primer, painted with Gravity Toyota white, bow sprayed to his UMP Apex, and decals laid down with the 3 UMP solutions. I say they should definitely brought out more of the British Touring Car Championship cars. It would be nice to have the Mondeos and.
Would.
Yeah,
I give it for that Mondeo.
We were looking at the side pictures of this on the box art, and even then I thought the wheels looked ridiculously big inside the car, and I'm definitely keeping with that. Those wheels look ridiculously big inside that car.
Yeah.
Huge.
I wonder if they are they the kit wheels? I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah, they are, because all the platform was the same, wasn't it? So all of them had virtually the same type of wheel across the whole board. So they're the same wheels you'd find on the Mondeo. So in the Mondeo, they didn't look too out of place because the car was a bit bigger, but it makes you realise how much smaller that car was.
Yeah.
Did the Mondeo have those rims?
I'm pretty sure the Audi, didn't they have that type, didn't they? That flat disc Oz with the vents.
Yeah, I think most of
the Volvo didn't have them.
What did the Volvo have?
I think they had like the 5 spokes.
Yeah, I think there were 5 spokes. I'm sure the Mondeo is 5 spokes as well. Let me have a look.
Which one am I thinking?
I don't think have to do a bit of research on that.
I'm thinking Audi had a flat disc like that, didn't it?
Might have been.
Oh, well, nice car though.
Nice build anyway, yeah. Another nice build. They just say pity there's not more of them about.
Right, the Mondeo have multi spokes. Like they look like cars rims, multi-spoke cars rims.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
LFA.
Dominic Lamb. It's a Toyota 124th Lexus LFA. Say again.
Tamiya.
Yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
Tamiya
124 Lexus
Toyota.
No, Tamiya 124th Lexus LFA. That's what I thought I said. I could have said I could have said anything, no, Paul. To be honest.
You said Toyota.
Yeah. Well, it's primed in Tamiya Ultrafine Primer Grey. Colour is TS97 Pearl Yellow, and it's cleared in TS13. Wheels are in TS38 Gunmetal Grey. It's got a Hobby Design detail up kit and flattered and polished with UMP polishes. And that is nice. They are great kits, aren't they? I want one of these.
Really nice.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult to get at a good price.
That's a cracking colour.
Yeah, it is a nice colour as well.
Yeah.
Very nice car.
He's a beauty.
Some good builds in this.
Yes. Got great lines, isn't it, as a car as well? Well done, Dominic.
Yeah, nice kit though. So if you can get that kit, grab it because it's getting rare now.
Yeah.
This one is from our very own Chunk, Clinton Eels. Here's my entry in the Land of the Rising Sun group build. the Tamiya 124th Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
I know it's a 5. All primed in Tamiya light grey primer.
8.
Body painted in Tamiya TS26 and LP7. Interior is Tamiya LP5 and LP27. Suspension Tamiya LP7, LP6, LP38 and LP11. And cleared with SMS Ultra 2K clear coat. Decals applied with UMP Decal Solutions and all sprayed to his trusty UMP Apex. Cheers.
Excellent work, Chunk.
Yeah, it looks nice, that junk. Fair play.
Like a chunk.
The break when it's finished.
Rob
Hey, I had to do it.
Rob's saying it's Team Dynamics for the Volvo. It was.
Team Dynamics. Okay, yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, it's nice build, that chunk. Fair play.
Well done, mate.
This is only 4 wheels on that one. This one from Dave Allen. It's a Tamiya 124th edition GTR R34 Nismo. He's added Tamiya Nismo detail upset. It's primed in UMP grey, base in 0 jet black, base in 0 midnight purple, and wheels in Volk Racing raised bronze and cleared in Pro Range 2K. Interiors various Tamiya acrylics and lacquers, finished off with ultimate polishing system, and it looks like a nice build there. It's, I said the midnight purple's a strange colour.
It is.
There's like there's 3 shades of it, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a lovely colour though.
Yeah. I think that one, because it's over the black, has made it come out a lot darker.
Yeah, possibly.
Right, spoiler. Cool.
Yeah. And this one's some dodgy one. Yeah, it's another Tamiya 124th edition R32 GTR, UMP white primer, 0 gloss white, gravity spent 2K. There's Tamiya LPs and the AK Extreme paints, Hobby Design detail set, Hobby Design resin wheel set, and sprayed through Apex airbrushes and polish using the ultimate polishing system.
Very nice, Al.
Not bad.
That's a skyline I'd rather have.
Yeah, it's nice.
No, I'd drive a 35 personally.
As a pure raw driving car, then you probably can't beat the 32. I don't think.
All you're missing on that is some McLaren orange striping.
I prefer the look of a 32. I just it's that shape. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do sort of 400 miles in a thing, I'd rather be in the 35.
Yeah, maybe.
No, those things are comfortable as hell, and they're massive inside. My friend had a 32. We called it the Sky Bus because we could fit 5 of us in it without any problem, and people could sit in the back. You get 3 people in the back of it, loads of room. It's amazing how big they are inside. Cool car.
I think it's about the same size. The rear end of back of that was about the same size as what my S14A was, and you wouldn't get
much bigger than S15 in the back. It's got proper seats. It's the size. I'm not going to say the right word. You'd be surprised at how big they are on the inside. We called it the Sky Bus. Literally, we could fit 4 or 5 of us in it without a problem. Loads of room, really comfy.
I see all the Skylines I've been in have always been tight in the back, but there we go.
Al, before you move on, the wheels on that, are they a lot fatter and bigger than the kit wheels? Because they look pretty.
Yeah, they're 18s.
All right, they look nice on that.
T37s, aren't they, on that?
They're a bit of a nightmare, weren't they?
Yes.
Are they AOC wheels, are they?
No.
The Hobby Design resin wheel set they were.
Is it for a Tamiya fit or is it for just a universal?
Well, no, they were universal. So
it was Tamiya fit. They just stuck out way too far.
Yeah. So I've had to modify the actual wheel, and all the hubs and everything were all modified to get those to fit.
Okay, I knew you did something with them. I couldn't remember though.
Yeah.
You've got them fitting really nice.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't turn. They are glued in place.
No, it doesn't matter, does it? You're gonna go broom broom around the carpet with it.
I wanted to, but there we go. I can't do that one.
Then he come to his senses.
Yeah. This one's from Glenn Snyder. Now this is nice. I like this. It's a Aishima 124th Nissan Skyline and I'm gonna murder this one. Kailami, is it 9 hours?
Kailami.
Kailami.
It's got badges.
That's a super silhouette. That one. That's called a super silhouette.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's got a badges style HP primer, Zero Paint Alpha Red, Gravity Spain Anthrite Black, Gravity Spain 2K Clear, Gravity Spain Polishing Compounds, and Tamiya LP Mysticolor now clad throughout. And that is a nice build.
Now, if you want to go back to this proper like that era, that's an R31 underneath.
Yeah.
Which is a very boxy, very boxy R32, really.
Yeah. But the detail in this thing, I mean, I saw the pictures.
He's done a lot of work.
Yeah. All the interior, and I think it's, yeah.
That's not a, I've heard some people say, yeah, that kit's all right. And then some people go, nah, that kit's not very good. And I've always been tempted to buy, I think, what's the company that does those big scale pre-built kits, pre-built models? Oh, not mini champs, there's another one. They do a 1/12 scale of that in, buy it now type of thing. Oh, it looks amazing. So much detail.
Nice build.
Really
nice bright pictures as well. I like the pictures.
Yeah, very nice pictures. Yeah. I missed the build on the page actually. I'm gonna have to have a little find for that one.
Yeah, look at the detail in it.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. And we've got another one here from Douglas Weir. It's a Tamiya 1/24 Honda NSX. It's primed in Mr. Surfacer 1200 grey. Base coat is Gravity Spain Honda Nord grey, and it's cleared in Gravity Spain 2K. Wheels are Tamiya LP20 light gunmetal. UMP polishing system. A little reshoot with some bigger, brighter images. Yeah, it's nice when we can see the car, Douglas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a rear-endy shot. Hooah. A little bit dark again on the side, but yeah, nice. It's a strange colour, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a strange
Look
colour.
at his license plate.
It looks more of a green, doesn't it, than a grey? I suppose it's a greeny grey, I suppose.
It's hard to tell. This is the thing with the darker pictures. It's deceiving with the colour, isn't it? Because that does look green.
Yeah.
It is grey. I've got a bottle of that for mine, and it is a very grey colour.
Yeah.
Green. So you're right.
He's done brighter images, or he's just manipulated the image a little bit, and that's what made it go green a little bit.
Possibly, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, changing that colour variation on them, you start to then change the actual base colour then too much, don't you?
Yeah.
It also
the colour of the paint itself.
AKA Photoshop.
Sorry, I might be wrong on that. I thought because that looked quite metallic as well.
It does look
Nord grey. The Nord grey is a flat grey. It's not metallic. I don't think it is. Let me check the bottle, but interesting.
This is a case in point what I was talking about well-lit pictures, so we can see properly.
Oh no, there is some
nice background, well lit, well cropped in, nice and close.
No, I take that back as well. There is some metallic pigment.
It is metallic, is it?
Yeah. I can just see it in the bottom of the bottle there.
Ooh, another LFA, nice.
And moving on, another Tamiya Lexus LFA. It's Tamiya white primer, TS45 pearl white, Mr. Super clear gloss, various Tamiya acrylics, polished with Tamiya compounds, sprayed through the cheapo Chinese airbrush. And that looks good.
That's good.
They look nice in white anyway. I think they look gorgeous in white, the LFAs.
Yeah.
Clean build. Is there an option on the wing on those, up or down is support?
Yeah, I think so. If I remember right, yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to say. You can't blind.
No, it looks nice.
Yeah, very nice. I like it with the wing up as well, if it is an option.
And that is it, Paul, for the Land of the Rising Sun build.
Nice one.
Some nice kits in there.
Lovely. Yeah, some very cool stuff. Chat, I think I've seen Ian Davthwaite at the top come in. Evening, chaps. Late for the party, just in time for Luke's medical hour. I don't think you have enough time for me this year.
Yeah.
John Paul says, I do, Paul. I don't remember proposing, but okay. Fair enough. Mark's waiting for his stickers. Okay. Nicely Paul's paint job. Not just go build rally decals. Oh, thank you. Comments about the build. Clark is there saying evening everyone. Throttle Power saying hey guys, you're Paul as well. Not bad, buddy. Nice work in there so far. Cheers, Luke. And Claire says nice builds. There we are.
Yeah, some good work there. Cracking.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Right. Want to do your bit, Simon?
I can do my bit if you want me to.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Just talk amongst yourselves a minute. Let me just check I'll get everything open and it's where it should be.
Yep.
Make sure all the other stuff.
Make sure your chats are all closed.
Yep.
They're definitely all closed.
No, they're not. We'll soon see.
Yeah.
Tim's ready to go. Oh yeah, Tim's DJing next. Any requests for Tim?
I've got to say, Tim, that looks absolutely shite. No, I'm joking. No, that looks good, mate. Yeah.
Honestly, Dan, you say the nicest things.
Yeah. Are you not? Is that so? Hang on. So is that built out of timber? Timber.
Yep. So this is laminated MDF.
Yeah.
And on and the inside, so it's all white on the inside.
What?
And then it's got a B&Q cell this right angle diffusing LED cover.
Yeah.
So that's in there. So I've got 2 strips of LED in there. The only problem is it's multicolor. It's a bit you can do all this with it. You can.
Is it like Pimp My Model? Is it?
Colors with it, stuff like that, which is cool. But the problem is when you do white, it's not very white.
Yeah, because it's RGB white.
Yeah, it's a bit blue. So I'm thinking I might actually change it to just bright white.
Yeah. If you go on Amazon, you get the ones I've got for about 14 quid. They are pure.
Are you putting any padding on it?
Yes, I've got that. I bought some chipped foam sheet. So that's going to go over that edge there, around there.
Tank engine material.
Yeah, and then I've got to find some leather at work that I like, and then I'll just wrap it around, staple it on.
So how secure is that to the bench then? Is that like proper screwed in?
No, that's just wedged. But it's got a top and a bottom, and then ends, and it's wedged on, and then it's going to get screwed under one of the legs. And then I'll pop a couple of screws on the edge.
Nothing worse if you get screwed under one of your legs.
Yeah, I do try that.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be really careful. Right, go hand yours to Simon. He's got a mammoth task of looking at all of Alan's micro brushes.
Yeah.
Over to Alan. Simon's going to look at all your purchases this week.
Cool. First up this week, we have a Mr. Timothy Iverts, who got him a splendid 112 Model Factory Hero Ferrari. Very nice.
Never to be built.
It's not got any. It's not got any engine or anything like that. It's just that curbside type kit.
Still never to be built.
It looks a nice kit though.
It does. It does. It really, really does.
Yeah, through the cardboard box.
Yes.
I've seen pictures of the kit. I look.
Do one, Dan. Do one.
That'll look great next to that crane thing.
It will. Oh dear. He also got himself some very good-looking 172nd Cyber Hobby Sea Vixen Zvezda MiG 29s.
Yeah, I was not going to be paying the 48 Airfix price of over 60 quid for that Sea Vixen because I can't see Airfix re-releasing it anytime soon. I got that for 26 quid posted.
Oh, they did re-release it.
No, they were going to. They were going to last year, but with everything that happened, they never did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they never did. So it was a shame.
Silly Billies.
Yes. Next up, we have Mr. Matthew Strawn, who has fallen down the Hot Toys rabbit hole again. He picked up the Mark 7 die-cast Iron Man and the ESB 40 Vader. Just one thing, Matthew. I did have to delete a few pictures. Just one of each, please, mate, in future. But that looks
That's cool.
pretty cool, the Iron Man. It's a bit creepy with the face of Matey Boy in there, but it looks a
Looks like he
great
should
model.
be sat on the toilet.
It looks like he's spraying it. Yeah.
Thing is, them hot toys, they are the best out there for to look right, and they're quite pricey. But
Yeah,
Matt lives in Japan, so he gets access to all the cool stuff first.
Yeah. I mean, it does look a lovely detailed kit. So,
Yes.
well, not kit, but lovely detailed model.
Yeah, they are quite cool and I'd have a cave full if there was readily available in the old Jolly Gold Blighty.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I like this one as well, the Darth Vader from
Yes,
the
yes.
Star Wars 6 when he's chopped the thing in half and he's fighting Luke. Got to be, hasn't it? Where he's cut this.
It says up top, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5, mate.
Hang on. No, that's 3.
All right,
Empire
originally.
Strikes Back is episode
6.
5. No, Jedi 6.
Oh, okay. Is that 5? Yeah, okay.
Empire Strikes Back. New
It's
Hope
5.
4. Empire Strikes Back 5. Jedi 6.
Yeah, you're right.
And I am.
From a modelling perspective, Hot Toys are works of art. He has a ton of respect for what they're doing. Yeah, it does look very nice. They look both very nice kits. Next up, we have Stuart Reed Smith, who got himself the 124th Mark II Transit by Talieri and the Foose pickup FD100 from Revel in 125th. I think there might be a bit of a theme here on these ones as well.
Everybody likes tranny.
You can't beat a good tranny.
That transit's great, I have to say.
I'll pass.
Next
Beat
up,
a piece of tranny.
I'll tell you, if it wasn't Italieri, I would buy one. But as it's an Italieri,
it's not Italieri, it's Esti.
Yes.
Is it?
Even worse.
It's
It's terrible. Hang on. Luke's built one, have you, Luke?
No,
we built the Land Range Rover.
Oh,
Range
Range Rover, that's right, yeah.
They've been reboxed several times.
to be fair, the Range Rover wasn't bad until you started to put the clear parts in, and there's about a 3 mil gap all the way around.
yeah, just doesn't appeal. As a kit and a subject, it appeals, but from that company,
Not meant to be that bad.
No, the trannies are supposed to be quite good.
Yeah, nice.
Well,
tranny.
Stuart, post some pictures of the build and let us know how you get on, mate. That's all I can say. Next up, we have Mr. David Yo. These arrived this week. The new Audi R8, some Tamiya LP paints and some Tamiya tape. Very nice. Mr. John Stone, nice haul this week. Lots to do. He's got himself a Trumpy 135th German 21 centimeter Morsa 18. That looks pretty. It's a big bang bang. He's got himself a Mittelleri Zugkraftwagen in 135th and trumpeter as well. It's pretty decent. That looks a nice kit. German flak gun, anti-aircraft gun in 1/18th. Very nice. Next up, we have Walter Smith. I just got my brand new Zvezda Typhoon K in 135th. Same vehicle as a Tacom kit, half the price.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes together because I built the Tacom kit.
Right.
In fact, I think it was a birthday club gift a couple of years ago, and I built it, put it on a dyno, but I had to get the light bar and the MP decals as aftermarket, and they were I think they were about 30 quid at the time. So it makes it quite an expensive kit. So it'd be interesting to see how the Zvezda one goes together.
So
that's a much better option.
So based on what you just said, Luke, it's not a re-box of the same kit. It's a different,
brand new tooling.
Brand new, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next up, we got Benedetto De Vizio. Got a fair haul this week to keep him busy and some much needed supplies. First up, some basic supplies to keep him going. Weathering material for a Tamiya Chieftain, but also some new bare metal primer from Ammo to try on some aircraft. A bunch of ammo paints there, nice one. Next up, he got himself the Tamiya T62 to start his 135th post-war Russian tank collection off. Should be a nice, simple kit.
It is lovely kit. Lovely kit. It's lacking a bit of detail, but it's not difficult to scratch.
I'd say get rid of the rubber tracks and get some sprues or something like that for it, and that'll be a nice little build.
And it's got none of the fuel lines or anything on it, but that's really easy to do. I did one. How long ago? It was for some sort of build we were doing, but I did a Syrian army one. But yeah, it's really easy to add the detail. It doesn't take long.
Cool. You did a video build, Luke. You didn't, did you, on that one?
No.
Put yourself a YouTuber.
You're not video building that? No, I'm not. No.
Next up, a kit he's been looking for a while. He airfixed Gloucester Javelin to form part of his 148th QRA collection.
Nice, okay.
This one. A couple of kits here. The Revel, both 148th Revel fighters to also add to that collection. Looking forward to the Phantom with it being a Reebok's Hasegawa kit and a Tornado.
No, it's over there. That's it.
Nice one.
Mr. Sam McCord sent me that.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we have our very own Mr. Clinton Eels, aka Chunk. He got this one for the F1 group build, the Tamiya 120th Ferrari F1 2000. Very nice, mate. We then have Mr. Daryl Masters, on recommendation from the crew. So justified an early birthday present to himself. Very nice.
Oh, nice.
The Grumman Tomcat.
Grumman.
Washington's not a state.
Yeah, start off freaking unicorns.
Unicorn. Next up, we have our very own Mr. Dan Scattergun.
Oh, hello.
A full set of Dark Star molten metal paints. Had my eye on these for a while, and they look really cool. Have you had a chance to use any yet, Dan?
I haven't, no. I just managed to get one on a shelf yesterday, but hopefully over the weekend I shall do a few experiments.
That reminds me, Norman, we need to send those back that we bought for his birthday.
I know, mate. I know. Gutted I am.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm very, very jealous of those.
Disappointed. I mean, jealous, yeah.
Reasonably priced though, Luke, you know?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Perfect for any birthday.
Yeah.
Next up, we have myself. I was forced into buying this. Bloody Alan.
I'll give it to Dan then. Dan will take it off your hands. What was that? Your posted chunk for free?
Nice one.
Good on you, Dan.
Yeah, the Foose FD 100 pickup truck, and I think there might be a bit of a speed build or something coming on there with the rest
Speed
of the
build? You're gonna laugh, aren't you?
Speed build.
It's interesting though. Gary Ride the Winds built a couple of these, so he's just saying pay attention to the bonnet fitment. So worth noting. Next up, we have Dan Croak. He had a lovely UMP delivery of Bell kits, a 124th Mantra 400, a set of UMP weathering washes, some UMP sanders, UMP thinner, all from umpretail.com. He was only going to get some thinner. He was only going to get some thinner, and the rest fell off the shelves into his basket. PPS, I had a few companies lately, and UMP deliveries are by far and away the quickest. Next day in the UK if ordered before 12 p.m. Yeah, that's true, mate. Yeah, nice little haul there, Dan. Be interesting to see how your Bell Kits Mantra comes out. I've got one in the stash ready to build. He also got himself some Vallejo Model Air from some other company that took nearly a week to deliver within the UK.
Good God.
Not good. Next up, we have our very own Sam McCord.
Oh, this was a present for Mr. Bretland.
Cute as hell, that thing.
Really, really cool.
Very disappointed in the delivery, though. I'm disappointed in the delivery because I put a business name on Sam's parcel. And it wasn't included, and it was addressed to Sam's Dildos and Dongs Limited.
Oh.
I think they have put it on the box.
Well done, shot. Rolls off the tongue, that one.
That's a cool kid, mate. Cheers.
Or the cabinet side.
Anyway, it's a 1/35th mini art German traffic tractor D8532. Very nice. That looks good fun, actually.
Does look good, actually.
Yeah.
And this next one was
Going
bought
to
by
town with it on it.
Mr. Shorey and Mr. Parker. They bought me this as a present. Absolute Looney Tunes. But I
Wow.
appreciate it, boys. Thank you very much.
No, you're more than welcome, Sam. So this is the Hobby Boss M1070 truck tractor and M1000 heavy equipment transporter semi-trailer in 1/35th as well.
I just need to live until I'm 115 to do all these transporters.
Yeah. Lots of wheels for you, mate. Lots of wheels.
Absolutely.
Next up, we have Mr. Stuart Avery. This week's additions to the modelling stash start with some armour and figures. First off the block, the 1/35th Amusing Hobby Centurion Mark V and Tamiya British Infantry Patrol, as well as a 116th figure of Wehrmacht tank crewman. Very nice.
Cool.
It looks really good, actually. Yeah. Not something I've ever fancied trying figure painting. I think it's a skill in its own right.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'd be better with finger painting, to be honest, mate. Sorry, Simon.
No, that's all right. Those airbrushes sit dormant whilst I finger daub all my model kits.
Who? Oh,
Hey,
Dawn. Who the hell's Dawn?
Finger daub.
Oh,
Alan, what? Who's Dawn?
Oh, God.
Echo in here.
Hello. Hello.
What echo?
Stuart also got himself more armour coming from Tamiya with the Stug 4 and the Flak 36, 37, 88 millimeter gun. Very nice indeed. He also got, finally this week, he received the Revell 1 to 144th Boeing 777 and the Airbus A380-300 British Airways, followed by Zvezda's 172nd C-130H Hercules. Enjoy your weekend at the bench, guys, and stay safe. And you, mate, and you. That's nice. I like the Hercules. That's a decent kit. Isn't that the one you're building, Tim?
Yes. Over there.
Next up, we have Mr. Bap Athwal, who got himself the Tamiya 120th Fiat 131 Abarth Rally. Very nice indeed. He also got himself the 120th 1965 Honda RA272 from Tamiya.
Lovely little kit, that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Next up, we have Paul Christopher, who got himself an Amazon purchase. And yes, I had ordered it before it was mentioned on Live at the Bench on Sunday.
Yeah.
Luke Carswell, I have no idea why I do this to myself, but guess what? Another Ford FD100 from Amazon.
None at all. I picked a colour, though.
That was just chat, wasn't it? I think, Luke. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That colour somebody's wash bag.
Say that again.
What?
The colour that you've picked is somebody's wash bag.
Blue? You get one of them, Dan, are you?
Next up, we have Mr. Hugh Gordon. Evening all. First up is the Revell 148th Tornado ASSTA-13. This will be built as a GR1B of 12 Squadron. Very nice. He also got himself an Admiral 172nd Seafire with extra decals.
What?
And some odds and sods for some other ongoing builds. Some detail updates, basically. Very nice indeed, Hugh. That was it. And last but not least this week, a latecomer sitting on the doorstep as he got home, the Trumpeter 172nd Sea Fury. His bank manager is now called a halt. Have a great week. Have a great show, folks. Will do, mate. Next up, we have Mr. Steve Partridge. First up is a Tamiya Scout car and a Belkit's Fiesta. Very nice indeed. He got himself a Zvezda C-130. Very nice. A Ryefield Models Sheridan. That's a nice looking tank.
Can you build that, Sam?
No, I haven't the stash bit.
Oh, I couldn't remember who you built it on.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Or two.
Thanks.
He also got himself the Mini Art German tractor, which we've
What
already
did you build
seen.
for you, Sam?
Very nice. And lastly, a kit. We're all buying the FD100 pickup.
There's definitely a hashtag here with this, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
Amazon's like, what the hell's going on with these kits?
Yeah. Get in quick or they put the
We're
price up.
running out quick. That one that's going to Nottingham, Leicester way. Pretend it's got missing.
Keep it, put the price up.
Yeah,
We'll
keep
funding
the
the
price
20
up.
Oh, look at that.
So Gary Ride the win this week, got himself a nice eBay win. Tamiya's 1/12 scale Lotus. Interesting, the original price tag is $69.99. He paid double that with the aftermarket decals. Looks a great kit. Yeah, lovely car, mate.
Very nice, mate.
It is.
A beautiful jam jar, that.
Yeah, it certainly is. Next up, we have Michael Lang, who got a couple of kits to add to the stockpile. First one up is the Trumpy 135th German Fennec. Very nice. Some paint for the Fennec and some lead wire. 0.10 to 0.35 mil. And another addition to his current 8x8 projects, a Trumpeter self-propelled mortar system. Very nice.
You'll enjoy that, mate. The Trumpy 8x8 kits are good.
Next up, we have Sean White, who got a couple of big scale kits off Fleabay this week. First is the 1/16th Fujimi kit, the BB512. Very nice kit indeed. Very nice car. A Honda 112 Tamiya F1. Very
I'm
nice
so
well.
tempted with that. I love the look of that.
It's a lovely car.
It's a great build as well.
You can get a 24th one, can't you? Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20th.
Yeah.
20th, sorry.
Yeah, the 270.
Cheaper, a bit
No,
more.
the 272's got a different engine configuration than
Yeah.
the 273.
For someone who's not an F1 expert, it's a very similar from car, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love the look of it. It just,
Yeah.
really nice looking car.
They're both
The-
nice
the,
kits.
the only thing with those is the suspension fit at the front. The front hubs, they're not on like a ball system, and they just don't fit very well.
You have problems with that. Yeah. I'd be saying. I mean, either that or the 1/20th version Tamiya, which is, as Alan says, is slightly different. They're both nice kits anyway. Very similar. He also found these on Amazon last week. Been looking at them for a while now. Couldn't pass it up. Such a good price. Yeah. And a couple of bits. It will be on eBay next week. A couple of bits from the fine people at UMP. He got himself the Nissan Fairlady 300 ZX Turbo, some cotton buds, some paint, and some Haribo, of course. Very nice. Next up, we have Douglas Weir. Picked up this from the great folks at UMP as well, along with some upgrade triggers for the Apex. So that's the Tamiya, the new Audi R8 LMS GT3. Very nice. He also got himself another 1/72nd Airfix Spitfire, this time the Mark 5C. And lastly, he got himself a 1/48th HF Mark 8 from Edward with a few aftermarket goodies. Spitfire, that is, of course. Very nice indeed. Next up, we have Jeff Light, his latest acquisitions from UMP, the Ultimate Polish System Bundle. 3 additional Ultimate Polish System cloths, 2 Apex trigger upgrades now fitted, and not forgetting the usual Haribo supply. Yep, very nice, mate.
Those trigger upgrades have gone off the shelf like hotcakes, haven't they, Paul?
Good. They make a lot of difference as well.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Roberts is up next. He got himself a couple of kits off an auction site. Decals are not good, though, and a storage box and some decal solution from UMP. Sorry, no Haribo. My daughter's 5 and knows UMP delivery, so they were gone before he got home from work. Very nice indeed. So yeah, just to confirm that the kits are not from UMP. Next up, we've got Mr. Paul Bretland, who's got himself a McLaren F1. Very nice indeed. That's a Fujimi kit, isn't it, Paul?
Hmm?
Yeah. In 1/24th. he got himself a bunch of flocking containers.
Although that's split between me, Si, and Alan.
Yeah.
You'll see that in a minute.
Lots of flocking. Oh yeah, we're going to see lots more of that. He also got himself some detail up parts. Very nice as well. He got himself the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT3. I want one. And a Porsche Lego kit as well, 911. Very nice, mate.
Yeah, boy.
Alan. Alan got himself a few things this week. He got himself a lot of flocking, and I'm not going to go through all of the colours.
They're all different. They're all different.
There's blue, there's anthracite, there's beige, there's grey,
the yellow,
there's black, there's red. He got himself some micro brushes as well with different lengths, sizes, and colours.
3, 4, 5.
He got himself some paint for his Nissan. Is that the stuff that you've put on the Fair Lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice colour, that. And he nearly forgot his red-brown flocking as well. And I think that's it, folks, for this week. Unless you posted something at the end there. Oh, sorry, Luke. You must have snuck that in at the end. Yeah, he did sneak it in the end an hour ago. Luke Ward, it's not there yet, but there's a theme emerging this week and he didn't want to be left out. Nice one, Luke.
What did Luke do with his end?
What?
Cool. And that's it this week, folks.
Nice one, Si. I want to see more of that flocking, actually. It's fucking nice.
Have we got any comments to catch up on? Cool.
Lot of comment.
Luke, I thought Luke was doing the. Sorry, I thought Luke was doing the comments.
I'm just eating tablets. With
I meant to eat. Meant to swallow them.
With crackers and cheese.
Are they
just...
tablets?
What?
Are they chocolate-shaped tablets?
No.
Luke just said in the chat, he missed one of Alan's, Simon, which was his comment, and then he's always sneaking in at the end. Sure, that's what his girlfriend says as well.
Oh, Simon.
Sorry, Luke, couldn't resist that, mate.
Somebody's daughter.
What, Luke? That's not fair.
There's a child's bag outside.
Pervert. Not the same since Alan cut his hair. Oh. Apparently.
It'll grow again.
Where all the flock came from.
Yeah. It's all grey.
All the grey one, yeah.
Flocking, yeah.
How's that why you ordered so much? Get a bit of soup. Top it up.
We'll send you more over then, Si.
Yeah, you need to.
I don't think he's going to be using that on his kits, is he?
Pardon?
Sorry, he's not going to be using the flocking on his kits.
No. Waste of money. Oh, who left? I'm out of here.
You're catching up on the chat, Luke.
Sam. Mate, yeah. 1 second.
2 seconds, chaps.
So where do we get up to? Yeah, everyone's chatting about the Rise of Sun builds. Talking about finger painting. Claire was saying finger Bob. I'm not sure who Bob is.
Finger blast.
I like to use potatoes and 7 fingers.
Andy Callis is saying the AMC green will look cool. We'll see when I do it, mate. Everyone chatting between themselves. Question from Brian. Evening, everyone. Anyone have opinions on the Zuron Professional PE scissors? Are there any better PE cutters than these? Thanks.
In my opinion, no. I use them. They're brilliant.
No, brilliant. Sharp. Amazingly pointy.
Oh, yeah.
They will pierce everything.
Yeah, there you go. Erin Wilson. Is that a new name? I think
so.
Yeah, he's saying, hiya. Hope everyone is doing well. Good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Luke Ward saying he's always sneaking in at the end. And Claire saying not the same since the haircut, Alan.
I know. What can I say?
I'm tight.
And Stuart Reed Smith has put an image of a unicorn in the chat.
Ale Scotland.
State.
Let's not go there.
I'm amazed that you've got your hair cut by your missus when you're when we're going to start having them open soon. But you're not going to hold out. No?
You got your booth on.
Yeah, you're wiping out audio. Don't worry.
A little bit. I understood it. Alan's given a blank look.
Yeah. What was that? Sorry.
Wednesday,
yeah. I had something about misses, and that was it. So
he switched off at that point.
yeah, she might be watching.
Oh yeah, we're all caught up. To be fair.
Nice one. Can you have something you want to talk about, Luke?
That I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I've got this rash, but no. What I will mention though, over on the Model Officers Mess, which is James Skiffin's group, they are doing a 48-hour build, 48-hour group build. So it's a 48-hour build, and you've got to choose a subject that is in 48 scale. It starts at 7:30, 1930 UK time on the 19th of March. So I think that's
My birthday.
2 weeks today. Basically, It starts at 1930, runs for 48 hours. Any subject, as long as it's 48 scale, and they are raising money for Models for Heroes during that 48-hour period. So if anyone wants to jump on that, go and look at Model Officers Mess on Facebook and just let them know that you're in. And it will be essentially a 48-hour live stream between various channels over the weekend. So yeah, a lot of effort goes into those because it's not an easy thing to do to live stream for 48 hours.
No.
But yeah, it's a 48-hour build and raising money for a very worthy cause. So go and have a look at that. Anyway, back to this rash.
If Ian Gaskell's in the chat, I'm going to ban you.
What?
He's finished the Bacara and he's posted up on the forum there.
He
Damn,
won't be in
that's
our
nice. Eh?
It won't be in our chat.
That's nice, though.
Oh, and it's Brian's birthday on Sunday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
If you join the live stream on Sunday morning, we'll sing to you.
Oh.
Dan loves singing.
No.
All my edge is bent.
Pardon?
All my edge is bent.
That's what she said.
Instead of being flat, it's all concave, look.
No.
Terrible, isn't it?
It's awful.
The mud flaps though, so you get away with it.
I know, well, I'm going to get ruined anyway. Vaping times asking where can I get them from?
Bike decals, Hero Boy, Spot Model, TB decals, Domino Model, the dog barking.
And James has fell down the well again.
Ruby! Right then.
How many likes we got? There's 147 watching and only 65 likes, Paul.
Only 65?
Only 65 likes. I can't believe that.
Stupid saying, hi all, as a newbie, I want to say about how good you all are. You're watching the right channel, dude. thank you for all you're doing. Your videos help, all your tech help. Great banter, brilliant every time. I have to say thank you to you all. You're more than welcome, buddy.
Yes, thank you for watching, mate.
Yeah, thank you for watching. He comments a lot on my channel as well, which is nice.
And the checks in the post.
And the checks in the post. Yeah. And Claire's saying, might get something done if it was a 48-week build. Come on, Claire, you can do it.
Come on, Claire.
48 scale.
Yeah, we expect to see you in the hangout after this is over, so we're not seeing you all week.
Yeah, and if you go over to umpretail.com, there's currently a flash sale until midnight, and there's some Tamiya 48th armor kits.
Yeah.
Ooh. Off a bargain, join you.
You want to pick up a T55?
Yeah.
There we are. Right then, time for a Tim section now. Not listening. I was just testing. No, Jim's going to do a live demo on Morris dancing tonight. Does Jim even know what Morris dancing is?
Morris dancing?
Yeah.
Is it like this?
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That's not really Morris dancing. That's something that should never be done live.
Like that, Jim. It's just like
Yeah. No, Morris
say...
dancing includes wooden truncheons and hankies, basically.
Bells. Lots of bells.
Ring my bell.
Whoa. Again, with the dancing, do not do the singing.
Funny story about Morris dancers, and a few of you lot in here might have heard this story before. I'm about 18 years old. I'm sat on New Brighton Promenade in the car park with my mate, sat there just chilling out. And a local homeless guy came around looking for change. So being 18, an idiot, so my mate gave him like a button, whatever. I gave him like 3p or whatever, as you do, because you're an idiot when you're younger. And for some reason, there was like a Morris dancing demo going on across the way. People all around watching them. And I said, genuinely, you should go over there, mate. There's a big crowd over there. There'd be loads of people with money over there. So he trundled off. We drove off, and you can drive down the end of New Brighton and you come back again because it's a promenade. So like one way. So I kid you not, I drive off, come back, and as we look left, there's the homeless guy having a fight with all the Morris dancers. And it was the most, I'm like, what the hell? Just how did that escalate from that? So he's scrapping with half a dozen blokes dressed in white with hankies and truncheons. It was very weird, yeah. Full on scrap with Morris dancers. We only took us 30 seconds to turn around. What the hell happened in all that time? Very weird.
Touch one of the bells.
Oh. Better than the truncheon, I suppose. Yeah, very, very, very strange moment. Anyway, that's that crap story.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. Dan, do you want to do your bit, mate?
No. Yeah.
All right.
No, but yeah, but no, but.
Yeah, but no, but.
No, but yeah, but.
Wow.
Leave that there.
That was Vicky Pollard Welsh.
Wow.
It didn't even sound Welsh in my ears, so I don't know what it sounded like for everybody else.
Dodgy.
Crap, probably, but there we go. I don't know why I'm pressing that button, you tool. Stop doing that.
Don't forget, we'll be here on Sunday morning as well. I might do a bench update in the morning. Everything be bothered. I'll see how I feel in the morning. I could party the skyline up. Don't know when, because I'm waiting on paint at the minute. Soon. I'm sure Luke's got videos due.
Yeah, there'll be part 6 of the build series for the Long Range Desert Group out on, well, at some point over the weekend, probably Sunday, because I'll work tomorrow. That's covering the figure painting, and there'll be a bench update hitting the channel probably either late Sunday or Monday morning.
Cool. Excellent. Hey, right, Dan, so look at your work. You've all finished this week. Over to you, Dan.
Coolioski. We're going to start on the forums always, but sit back because it's brief. And the first and last one out of the gate this week is Captain Bigelow. He says, hello, Dan. This week he's finished Meng's new 48 scale F8 18E Hornet. Despite the soft Airfix-like plastic and large panel lines, the kit went together really well, completely out of the box, and he went for a heavily weathered finish.
I like that.
Nice job.
Good.
Mark.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Real nice job, that is.
Yeah, looks good.
My favourite jet.
I'm going to poke that away.
Hey.
We're going to slip swiftly into face ache. The first one out the gate for face ache is Mr. Carl Roberts. Let me just move that box because it's doing my Swede in. Mr. Carl Roberts, he says, finally got the cave finished end of January, and this is his first off the bench after 20 plus years. It's Tamiya's 24 scale Mitsubishi Evo. It's his first time for everything. Never airbrush, so go easy. He's primed in UMP primers. Paints are Tamiya LPs. Embossed the seats and Studio 27 seatbelt, and is happy for a first attempt.
That's cracking.
Nice for
Very good.
Cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
First ever airbrushed model.
Yeah, his first one, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Brilliant job, isn't it?
Oh, I like this one as well. This is Mr. David Yo. Yo.
You know, from the top down. Sorry, I just
Oh,
I did a list and I had Douglas Words as the first one.
What?
You're not missing a load from the top somewhere.
No.
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 It's very odd.
Are you standing on your head?
No, it's just completely different to the Facebook page I have. That's all.
Really?
Get your iPad up the right way.
How many beers have you had, Al?
Only the one.
How
Okay,
strong?
we'll go through them. Go on, keep on going.
How strong?
It'll be ill in the morning. We've laid it on an injection.
I've got long COVID.
He said the words. He said the words.
Luke.
Sorry.
Anywho, back to Mr. David Yo. He says, evening all. This is the new Audi R8 in 24 scale. Some of the PE upgrade set was used. He's primed it with UMP grey. Main body colour is from Zero Paints. His 2K gloss from Gravity Spain. He's polished it using the UMP polishing products. His decals are from Racing Decals 42. God, that's so hard to remember that, isn't it? The rest of the car was painted with Tamiya LP paints and some Alclad paints. This is the second one of this kit that is built. He has a few more decal schemes in the stash, so we'll be building some more in the future.
Very nice.
I do like that.
Yeah, lovely car.
His wheels are perfectly in the wheel arches. I like that a lot. Pardon me. Too fasty scrolly. This is Mr. John Stone. He says, greetings slaves to the plastic. Here then the completed Tamiya 35th scale SD KFZ9 Famo. Tracks by Frill. Front wheels by Panzer Art. Motorbike was taken from the Tamiya 88mm. He's painted it with Tamiya and oils by Amel of Mig. Thanks for looking and model on.
Cracking job, mate.
Yeah, that looks good.
I do like that.
And the weird thing is, for a German vehicle, them tyres, if you look on Facebook, there's a few more pictures and it says made in Great Britain on tyres. Surely that's just
Now,
got to be.
there is one slight thing about those tyres. I believe they're actually a Firestone thread. And after the war, there's pictures of a Famo with those tyres. That's why they were produced. For that. Because obviously some of the tyres are the same things you would have found on like a Scamel or something like that. That type of tyre. But they look so much better than the original kit tyres. The original kit tyres just quite. They're the right era, but they just don't. They look so much meatier. They look so much better.
Yeah, they do look good. To be fair, them tyres. I will concede that to him. This is Mr. Patrick Kennedy next. He says he's just completed the Fujimi 124 scale Ford GT40 Mark II 1966 Le Mans. Is finished in Tamiya TS86 Pure Red and Clear. Check the post for more and some other great photos of old Ford GTs his dad built in the 60s.
Nice.
It's a good looking jam jar, but I don't think my fat ass would fit in that. Not because it's only a model, but I think the actual real car.
It's a good kit, that. It's a good kit. You just got to watch the glass and getting that back end over the exhaust. Sounds dodgy.
And I really liked this one. This one's really nice, this one. This is Mr. Richie Lamb. He says, good evening, guys. He's calling this Tamiya A1H Sky Raider in 48th finished. He's painted it in Tamiya acrylics and weathered in UMP washers and pigments. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, it's a nice job of that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I do.
What are those guns or something on the outer tips of the wings? The actual, or they like
rocket tube?
No, rocket launchers, yeah. But yeah, to say he's just come back from a hand injury and then straight into that is, yeah, he's done really well.
That's armed to the teeth, isn't it, that one?
Oh my God, yeah. This is Mr. Don Williams next. He says he's just finished a monogram 24 scale number 83 Purex stock car driven by Lake Speed. The paint and decals are as followed: Auto Air Sealer Blue, Createx Pearl Blue, Auto Air Sealer White, Auto Air Metallic White Course. The decals are J&J from Mike's Decals. What's that one now? That's a 2K clear from somewhere.
So noble.
What I said. Wet sanded, then a flow coat of 2K to finish it off. Thanks for looking and hope you all enjoy it.
Oh, nice. Nice blue.
Yeah, lovely looking blue.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is Mr. Dan Croak next. He says, good evening, gentleman Dan. The gentle bit, yeah.
Got Dan right.
Yeah, he got the Dan right, yeah. This is the Italieri 72nd F16C. The kit was built out of the box. Overall, the kit was primed with UMP grade primer. Base colors were from Vallejo Model Air's US Air Force grey schemes, acrylic set. Al's just sat up because he heard grey.
Hey, you said grey.
Kit was given a wash of Humbrol, blue grey panel wash. Overall matte coat was Vallejo polyurethane matte varnish. Airbrushed using his Harden Steenbeck Infinity with a 0.04. No, a 0.4. Oh no, he's painted it with airbrush.
0.4.
No 0.4 neither.
Yes.
Very nice.
Looks very nice.
Yeah, good job.
This is Mr. Sean Bradder next. He says, Bueno estente, Senor Dan.
Bueno estente.
Bueno estente. This week is mostly finished this Tamiya 24 scale Peugeot 206. What he bought off Mr. Paul Bertland.
Oh. I don't know what happened there with that noise. It's like I just sat back in my chair and rolled over something.
Raleigh miniature decals enabled him to build Richard Burns's car with UMP primer, weathering and decal solutions. LP11 and lots of coats of aqua gloss gave him this little beauty.
Very nice.
Yeah, looks good, Sean.
Very nice.
Yeah, we'll move along. This is Mr. James Fender next. He says, hi all, finished his Tamiya 24 scale McLaren Senna. The paint is Zero Grigio Titans with Gravity 2K. The kit was amazing to build. Have a great show all.
That's a shame he hasn't got a clearer picture there because
I think
looked great.
Yeah, I think we might need to maybe add a few, not rules, but maybe guidelines for.
Yeah, guidelines is a good word.
Because that looks beautiful, but
yeah,
taking a picture against a light background loses the model.
Yeah,
I'm going to say them semis in background look really good.
More detailed.
Yeah, it's a shame. Maybe something we can look at for next time. We'll just add it to the thing about making them, better background, getting a bit closer. Because half of that picture is
shadow, cream egg.
Well, it's not the model, is it? We'll have a look, Kane. But it looks good.
It's a shame because he looks like he's done a really good job.
Yeah, you're not doing
showcase it. Showcase the finished
showcase the model. Yeah.
I mean, if it's just an iPhone picture, just against a white background or a plain background and closer up, it doesn't matter.
Towel, anything. Yeah. Get a bit of light in there.
Yeah.
Get nice and close in. Definitely.
It looks phenomenal.
It looks good, James. It really does.
Yeah, the paint itself is really nice. I like that colour. I have seen one that particular colour.
Do your model justice. Be proud of what you built.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking pictures of mine in bin bags. That was the evilest laugh there, Mr. Carswell. Oh, I nearly said it myself.
I said it under my breath very quietly.
This is our very own Mr. Carswell. He says, so this week he's finished the Tamiya 35th scale long range desert group command car, which is part of the diorama build series he's doing on his channel, Black Rifle Model Works, spelt with an X. He's used UMP grey primer, XF59. What?
Sorry, spelt with an X just tickled me. Sorry, carry on.
Hang on. Whoa. Let's step back. How the devil did that tickle you?
Oh, it's just the way you said it, Dan. Sorry, mate. Carry on. It's
wow.
Yeah. Sometimes the simplest things.
I think Ty's been at the medicine cabinet again, and he needs.
I think you left the lid off your thinner.
Anywho, he's used UMP grey primer, XF59 desert yellow, all sprayed through his trusty apex. The weathering was done using UMP dark dirt and light dirt washers, again sprayed through his UMP apex. It was given a flat coat using Winsor & Newton acrylic matte varnish, very well done. Stowage was aftermarket resin from Value Gear and hand painted with a mix of Moral Colour, Citadel and Army Painter. Happy Friday and happy modelling.
Just a caveat,
really nice.
Just a caveat on that picture. It is fairly obvious there's no steering wheel. The reason there's no steering wheel is so that I can fit the figures into it.
Stole it.
So it's not finished.
Oh yeah, technicality there.
The command car is finished. The steering wheel is attached to the figure.
Disqualification.
There's a flag on the pitch. Investigation.
Red card.
All right, Simon, calm down.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I was going to say driver's probably got some mole grips in his hand.
In fact, I'll tell you what, just to prove the point.
Oh,
if you stop screen sharing just for a second.
No, we're not.
No, too late now.
No. Too late. Too late.
Always one.
Always. There's always there is in the gym. Always. It's normally you. Sorry. This is Mr. Luke Ward next. Do you know what? I nearly did it in a Welsh accent. And I'm so glad I stopped.
Ba-da-da.
Did a cracking job on this, didn't he?
Yucky do.
I nearly said something else then, and I'm.
That's tidy, see, but tidy.
Bang tidy.
Si, please don't ever do that again. Please.
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, Mr. Luke Ward, he says, evening chaps, hope all is well. Finally got the trumpeter, 25th scale, Ford Futura, I don't know. Finished up his primer in UMP white and black. He's painted it in LP70, then used cling film for the marble effect, then lots of X23 clear blue. He's lowered it. Fujimi wheels painted in alclad chrome, interior painted with X3 royal blue and UMP white primer. Is lights for the headlights, tail lights, and license plate, position lights, and dashboard. Roof up or down, personalised number plate. Is very pleased with his first road car build. He'll definitely be doing more, but for now, get me a bike on the bench.
Yeah, he's put his own LED lights in that. I think is the point on the lights there.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
Good job, cracking job, mate. Really nice.
You notice the CD and that on the seat, and is that a Playboy magazine? Is it?
I was going to say in the gentleman's literature.
Yeah, he's got a full build out on his channel as well, Sky Motor.
Really good.
Yeah.
You might need the subtitles on though. Just saying. This is Mr. Bap Athwell next.
Good.
He says, evening everybody. Just finished the 24th scale Belkits Ford Escort RS 1600. He's used UMP white primer, zero paint diamond white, dual high gloss 2K lacquer. He's flattered it with wet and dry paper, then polished to a shine. Extras are photo etched wipers and bonnet pins were added. The decals were difficult to get around the wheel arches and got slightly damaged, which he had to touch up using custom mixed paint. Overall, a lovely looking car.
It's cracking. Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Nice work, Bob.
That's a belt of that bat. Really, really, really nice work.
And that's a good way of photographing it as well, with just a little bit of background there, but filling it up with the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's lovely.
It draws your eye more to the model and not semi-detached houses and stuff. Yeah. Darryl Lee Masters, your mum. Apparently.
I know. I've seen that. I think you should put him on, mute him for a month.
I was going to say, I think he's had a tipple of the thinners as well. This is Mr. Charles Cellini next. He says he's finished the 32nd scale Revell Iron Maiden Spitfire. Drawing in the base was done by his daughter. Paints used are AK Real Colour and Tamiya Paints. Have a nice weekend.
Very nice.
Nice clean build that.
Yeah, good, Charles.
I like the drawing as well.
Yeah.
And Rock on Eddie, yeah, exactly. Classic.
Rock on Tommy.
Eddie.
And the final one of the evening is Mr. Douglas Weir. He says, evening, Dan and crew. This week he's finished his German group build entry with this 24 scale new BMW E30 M3. He's used UMP white primer. His base coat is Gravity Spain BMW Alpine White 2. His stripes are Gravity Spain BMW M style, blue, purple, and red. His decals are Reggie Models Castrol Wellington 500 scheme. His clear coat is Gravity Spain 2K gloss. His wheels are scale production 18-inch BBS DTM. His seat is a Hobby Design Recaro SPG3 with PE. Is used the Hobby Design detail set, UMP decal solutions, and UMP polishing system. Thanks for looking and have a great weekend.
Cool. Good kit. One of my favourite kits, those.
Yeah.
Really,
nice.
Really like them.
His wheels look really good.
Is that the one you've got lots of in your cabinet, Paul?
Sorry?
Is that the one you've got lots of in your cabinet?
The 8 of them, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've built 8 of them. Awesome kit.
Give one of them a go one day.
Right, well worth doing. Right, you now get the time it takes Dan, who stopped screen sharing for some reason.
I'll press the wrong button, sorry.
To go back through and go over the builds again to vote for your favourite build. Don't forget, there's not as many this time. You have to be quicker. But we are thinking of changing this. So we'll have a little chat about this at the end and see what people think. So when you see Alan post in the group, start your voting now. Put your post in. Try and remember the builder's name of your favourite model of the week.
Yeah. Builder and subject, please.
Yeah, build and subject if you can. Over to you.
Ready when you are, Dan?
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Cool. We have Mr. Captain Bigelow with his 48th scale FA 18E Hornet from Meng. Back to face ache. We have Mr. Carl Roberts with his 24 scale Mitsubishi Evo from Tamiya. We have Mr. David Yo with his new Audi R8 in 24th scale. We have Mr. John Stone with his Tamiya 35th scale Famo. We have Mr. Patrick Kennedy with his Fujimi 24 scale Ford GT40.
Mm-hmm.
We have Mr. Richard Lamb with his Tamiya A1H Sky Raider in 48th scale. We have Mr. Don Williams with his Monogram 24 scale stock Purex stock car. We have Mr. Dan Croak with his Italieri 72nd F16C. Mr. Sean Bradder with his Tamiya 24 scale Peugeot 206. Mr. James Fender with his Tamiya 24 scale McLaren Senna. Mr. Carswell with his Tamiya 35th scale long range desert group command car Jeep
steering wheel.
Mr. Luke Ward with his trumpeted 25th scale Ford Futura. I don't know. I don't care.
It's Futura.
Is that how, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mr.
Right,
Pat Bathwell with his 24 scale Belkits Ford Escort. Mr. Charles Stellini with his 32nd scale Revell Iron Maiden Spitfire. and Mr. Douglas Weir with his 24 scale new BMW E30 M3.
Nice one, Dan. There we go.
And
Quick
now
one.
I'll press the right button now.
Let's see Claire votes last as well.
Yeah. Tricky vote again. A tricky vote.
I got my winner ready. I know where I'm going for.
I know where I'm going.
Oh, you get your outs in the chat. We're lucky fellas. Yeah, you gotta be quick on this one. Now, while Alan's busy for a minute, we're thinking of doing. Should we go to every 2 weeks on this now? Do you think?
Can do if you're on. I'm easy.
I think we're gonna go to every 2 weeks on this now, because obviously it's not a long section anymore. You don't even get long to vote, which by the look of the chat, there's people still voting. Yeah,
people.
Yeah, it's not as long as it used to be. Oh,
that's
that's your age.
That's your age. Yeah,
that's your age. It starts proceeding after 40.
Hey. So yeah, I think we'll do every 2 weeks now and see how that goes. Get a few more entries in there.
I will post it up next week, but we'll probably we'll let it run for a
post it up and we'll edit the edit the text.
Yes, a little bit.
I think we're going to address some of the images a little bit.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, put some guidelines in.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, make it a bit better for everyone so we can.
To be fair, they're not rules that we're talking about, are they? They're recommendations.
Yeah, it's guideline. Yeah, just
for people just to.
Yeah, it's trying to get the best of what we can see their work, because at the end of the day, we're judging the work, not the photo. So we want to be able to see your work. That's it. And I think a lot of you aren't doing your work justice. Whereas a little bit of tweaking with a background, or a little bit more lighting, or getting a little bit closer to your build, make all the difference with it. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what I mean? Like just said in the chat, it's a shame that Hornet picture wasn't more model and less box. That's exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Well, this is international scale modeler, not international photographer, isn't it? So that's the key thing.
But, we're here to judge the model, not the picture.
Yeah.
We're not going to do what we started. It's too much mucking around, Claire. It's too big a post.
But the point is, we also want people to put good pictures of their kit in, because it's difficult to judge when you've got a lot of other things going on in the background.
Yeah. Well cropped pictures. We don't want masses of background, because we're not judging the background. We want to see the model.
Yeah.
So your model should fill the frame. Your model should fill the frame. There's a prize, Claire. Yes.
I think that.
Oh, I see.
That escort that was posted was just right. There was a background, but it was proper cropped. You could see the model.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking at. That's what we're voting on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I'll figure something out for that. It's just to help you. It's not saying you're doing anything wrong. We're just trying to help you improve what you're showing us, because we enjoy seeing your work.
Yeah.
And as was said there about the F-18, it looked a beautiful model, but it's more boxed than model, and you can't see it. And we're judging the model. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have a think. Do some guidelines, and there are only guidelines. But I think it'd be good if we tried to adhere to them and improve the quality of what we're looking at.
It's about leveling the playing field and make sure everyone gets the best.
Yeah, like the McLaren. I bet that McLaren's beautiful, but because of the picture, we can't see it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out with that. Isn't the collage more than one picture? Nope. It's one image. One image. Problem is, you do a collage and they're all smaller images, so you're doing yourself a
disservice.
We're not doing two pictures, Chris. It's too much to read, mate. And people can't do two. You give people an inch to take a mile. You've noticed this.
Yep.
Just one picture keeps it fair. It's up to you to pick your angle.
Yep. True.
Right then, Norman.
Has somebody just stroked his thigh?
I've actually picked. No, that's more of a okay. I'm going to go with Baps Ford Escort, a rather lighter one.
again, a tough week. I've got a couple of cracking planes on there, but I've got to go with Luke's Futura.
Okay. Tim?
Baps Mark 1 Escort, please.
Jim?
Yeah, same. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I definitely had that one picked too. I love that little Escort.
Okay. Mr. McNish?
Not that story again.
Dan Croaks F16, please.
Yeah.
Another good one, yeah.
16. Okay, Paul?
Richie Lamb Sky Raider for me. Well done.
Okay. Mr. Carswell?
John Stone's Famu.
John?
John Stone's Famu.
Okay. Dan?
Richie's Sky Raider for me, please.
Okay. And I'm going to pick Luke's Ford Futura, I think, because I know the work is put into that. So, okay.
I just like that marbling effect. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
it is. I think the paintwork on that is excellent. It really is.
Yeah.
So that gives us.
I like the rest of the kit, Luke. Sorry.
Right then, so it's close one today, close one. So in third place we got Richie Lamb with his Sky Raider.
Nice one.
In second place we have Luke Ward with his Ford Futura.
Excellent.
And today's winner is Bap with his Ford Escort RS 1600. Mark 1.
Well done, Bap. Well done, mate.
I will say Bat was my second choice. It was a toss up.
Yeah. It was, to be honest. I mean, again, it's so many good models again, isn't there?
Yeah.
Top work. Well done, Bap. Well done. Email me your details back and I'll get that sorted for you next week, matey. Well done. What I might do maybe tomorrow is do a short video on not the ins and outs of photography, because I don't know the ins and outs of photography, but simple ways of improving your picture.
I think that's a good idea.
You know, like with a phone or a simple way of your camera. I don't mean the settings as such, but you know, getting a bit of light in there, show the difference between a picture we want to see to what, you know.
Yeah, and then maybe it's your video, mate. You do what you want, but maybe at the end of the video, just put some example pictures up of how you photograph your models.
Yeah.
That show the model.
Yeah.
And just, you know, 4 or 5 still images at the end of the video.
Yeah.
This is how I do it, and this is what the end product is.
I could show a screen share of the video of how I edit my pictures, because it takes me not long at all. Yeah. There's very little done to them.
That's the key thing as well, isn't it? You don't want to over Photoshop a model as well, because we want a true representation of what the model looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, and as you know,
I think
with modern cameras and
minimal photo manipulation. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Yeah. We
want. Ask Al. He knows about it.
Yeah.
I think. Because we're not judging on the photo; we're judging on the model. But if we can't see the model in the photo,
you can't judge
the model. So it's a catch-22 in it, between not doing enough and then maybe going too far. I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Well, we're talking about what we were saying earlier, weren't we? If it was a model show, you'd see the model in the flesh, warts and all. And what we're doing is that this is a model competition. It's not a photography competition. And therefore, it's about trying to get people just to photograph their kit that they built in a fair way that we can see it and everyone else on the channel can see it in its best representation, without, you know, that great big gash I cut down the middle of it when the knife slipped, photoshopping that out. You can't do things like that. You know, it's about honesty and a fair representation, so everyone's playing on a level playing field, because a lot of people in here aren't photographers. I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
My phone, I take some pictures.
Yeah.
I only do what I do because Al walked me through doing it, and that's it. And I've got a really good camera that does it all for me. Yeah. But I can show my photo editing. It's really simple.
No, Paul, I disagree with that, because you had your camera set on auto. And all I did was talk you through the manual settings and what settings were best for what situation.
And
that's
what I mean. You helped me.
Yeah, and then when you put all them together, you end up with good photos.
Yeah.
But if we can get everybody submitting the same standard of photo,
Yeah,
But, and again, you don't need a high-end camera. A high-end camera is going to help you, but with a phone,
Be one of them.
I did it with Sean's picture earlier. Sean put a picture in chat, didn't he, saying about it, and I grabbed a screenshot of it, did a 60-second edit on my phone, and it looked better, didn't it? It made the.
Yeah.
I will throw this in that having whatever device you are taking your picture with on a tripod, hands-free, where you're not shaking like a shitting dog, does help. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't have Parkinson's, but the second I'm taking a picture, I'm shaking proper. You know what I mean? Like, I'm stood in a line up in dock, and yeah, I have figured out that having it on I mean, I've got a fancy button thing that Bluetooth with my phone, and so you can, once you get the where you want your picture of the model to be, take the picture, crop it, do all what, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd definitely say having it on something else, on a tripod-y type arrangement, not in your hands, wobbling up, do you know what I mean? That does a lot.
Look at that. That is a £6 selfie stick.
Looks lighter than that.
That's going to make your arm ache, can't it?
Off Amazon, you get a little Bluetooth remote that you attach or connect to your phone.
Okay.
But it also, you pull the legs out and you've got a really cheap tripod. You can just put your phone in, set the shot up, and then with the little remote, just take a picture.
My tripod, believe it or not, my tripod fits in that little bag, which is, I don't know, where is it? Just over 30 centimeters long. It's a fishing tripod, so it's designed to be used hands-free. It comes with a great big adapter thing for put your phone in, literally, and you can, screw that to your thing. You put your phone in there, bish bash bosh. A quality crap picture from Dan is what you get.
Al McNeish, shan't you notice tripod down all local car parks?
No, due to one slight deficiency in that.
Oh,
got one leg shorter than the other.
It's a height thing. It's a height thing.
Tripod and it is a very small bag.
Right. Okay. So maybe I'll do a little video and I'll do how I take my pictures. Yeah. And then maybe I'll pick up what most of us use, which is our phones. And these are very capable of taking good pictures.
Yeah.
And a way of improving those pictures a little bit.
Mm. Case in point. Sorry, Paul. Case in point. Not talking about particularly photographs, but videoing. If you're videoing what you're doing. So for months and months and months, I've been trying to use a really expensive camera to do my YouTube stuff. Because I don't know about cameras, I'm sure that is a very capable camera. However, I don't know how to use it. So I stick it on auto and I try and do the best I can with it.
Yeah.
The last 3 videos I've done, having taken advice from other YouTubers and other people, I've used my iPhone.
Yeah.
And the quality is so much better. From a viewing point of view, it is so much better. It's user friendly. It's dead simple. Using a £6 tripod from Amazon, and the quality is so much better. So if you don't know about photography, these phones now, their cameras are phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't know about photography, I mean, Al wouldn't dream of doing that, I'm sure.
No.
But Al knows about cameras, and he knows about editing the image, and he knows about balancing it and all that stuff that I don't know. You can get a really good quality end product by using the camera on your phone.
You can, and the biggest tip I've picked up from you guys whilst doing this is I use my iPhone, Luke. I don't want to buy a camera because besides just won't have use it, but I bought myself 2 pieces of foam board from Hobbycraft, white, and I always photograph against that, and it just provides better light with the light I've got on my bench.
Yeah.
And it just provides a better background. I can focus on the car and nothing else distracts from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just simple things like that, I think, help people.
And it doesn't cost anything.
No,
You know,
they were a couple of
phone
quid,
board
those
at
phones.
pennies. You've already got the phone in your pocket. It's
Paper. Just use A4 paper or buy a sheet of A2 paper.
Yeah.
Paper's better because you can bend it at the back and it gives a seat.
and then you get rid of that line.
Well, all my photo booth was phone board, some sheet lights, and A2 card.
I printed these out when I first got my printer. Essentially, what it is 2 brackets and 1 second, and literally, it's got a groove down, and you slide paper in it, literally, and it just does exactly what it says on. Do you know what I mean? It just holds it there, and it's just It's not.
Luke in the chat saying he's tried using a proper DSLR for his videos, and they were terrible. He uses his phone instead, and it works great.
Well, I thought about buying an expensive camera, and then I sort of thought, no, I'll take shitty pictures anyway. So why buy an expensive camera to still take shitty pictures when
my iPhone?
Exactly.
My iPhone will not take as good a picture as my mirrorless camera.
No, I'm sure it won't.
It won't match them.
But,
I've not tried it on video.
But
I've got the older version of your camera, I think.
Yeah.
Mine's the M100, and it's a damn good camera for the money.
They're really good.
Really good. But I think what I'll do is I'll show how I do my pictures, my photo booth setup, how I take them, how I edit them, and then I'll do the same thing with a phone on the bench without my booth.
Yeah.
And show a quick, cheap, easy way of just using the overhead light, which I've done. I know there's pictures of my models out there taken with just that light, and I'm rocking with. I've sat here just daydreaming into the fish tank, trying to think what it was I took a picture of the other week, and I can't for the life of me think what it was. But I did it. No, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll think. But then I'll do, as somebody said, include some bad examples. So what I'll do a picture of too far away or too close or not frame right, and then I'll try and get a better one and improve it and see what I can do with the phone.
Yeah.
I'm not a photographer, so it's going to be a proper layman's how'd you do this?
But that's what it needs, isn't it? Because most people that are posting stuff aren't photographers, they're modelers.
But all we want to do is try and get you obviously, as I said, it's a competition we're doing. It's potential to win a prize. So do the best you can to win it. And I'm going to touch on 2 points here. Number one, Claire says most important is light, 100%. Light, and get it to the front. If you've only got one light source, bring it to the front. So you get all the front lit and the back. Don't worry about the back of it. You can't see that on the camera. But secondly, one thing I want to hit, and this might be controversial now.
Here we go.
No.
But you know me. Stu put some of us here are not good modelers. Whether a second comment. Oh, not good modelers yet. That's right. Embrace what you've built and be proud of it.
Yes.
If there's flaws on it, work on it in your next build. Still take good photos of it and embrace it and move on. I built that 037 in the video build. My clear coat was way too thick. I set it all the way through. On the Porsche build, I improved it, got one of the best finishes I've ever got. And that's it. Use it as motivation to improve.
Yeah.
Take pictures like you normally would, and just use it as motivation to fix the problem. Maybe you didn't, I don't know, put a light in straight or a wing mirror on properly, and just use as motivation, because again, it's something that a lot of us probably do. You finish a model, think that looks great. You take a picture, look at it thinking, damn, I haven't put that on right. The picture shows stuff you never see with the naked eye. Really weird.
Absolutely. And quite often, don't we, in our private chat, we'll take a photograph of what we think is finished.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat and say, okay, guys, I think I'm done. What's your opinion? Because we know that no one's going to get offended.
It's normally preceded by 20 minutes going, it look great when it's finished.
Yeah, absolutely. But because sometimes even taking the photograph, and you will see things on a photograph that you can't see with the naked eye, but then putting that photograph out there to other people that haven't built it, they're definitely going to see stuff that you haven't seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. And so to Shoepot, I'm not a good modeler. There's plenty of people. No, absolutely not. There's
He
people,
is. You're a brilliant modeler.
people posting their stuff. It doesn't matter. Like Paul said, be proud of what you've done. Learn lessons from every single build you do and apply them to the next one. And that's how you get better.
Yep.
And
Every one of my builds has got flaws in it.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
And people always say, what's your best build? And I always say, I haven't built it yet. Because I critique every single one I do. Every single one.
One thing I would add to that as well is, although you might be entering the what have you finished this week thing, enter it for yourself, not for anybody else.
Yeah.
So what if you've got a mark on your windscreen,
or a steering wheel missing,
or steering wheel missing, or a bit of orange peel, or you've got a thumbprint, even if it is life size. Looking at Norman there. You know, things like it's a mistake, and you know, learn by your mistake. Just take the pictures, and then think, ooh, when I'm building this next time, that's going to show up in the picture. I'll work on it. Things like that Porsche's did. There was dust on that. There's dust all over this bloody skyline. I'm going to get rid of. I could so easily Photoshop that out, unbelievably easily, but by the touch of one key. And I'll show that on that video how easy I could do it. At the end of the day, you're only cheating yourself to show other people your work better than it actually is.
Yeah.
So, but build for yourself. I've always said this: build for yourself. Just show it. Embrace what you've built and be proud of what it is. And if there's flaws, work on them for next time and make it a better model. That's the way this should work. Improve as you go.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just enjoy it. But yeah, get them well lit, get them well framed. Get it nice and close. I don't mean, you know, we don't want to see an individual spoke of the wheel, but get it all framed in shot, and yeah, try it that way.
I mean, the other thing, Paul, is as a suggestion, everybody who's got a mobile phone, which is most people that have a camera on it, again, most people, download your manual and have a look at the camera settings and how to take a photo with that camera. Because it doesn't necessarily transpose from one camera to the other, the same settings or whatever.
Yeah.
There are subtle differences.
Which
So
is
to
what
help
I
you-
found out, Al, because
Yeah.
I was looking at using my iPhone, which is an iPhone 12 something. I don't know. They just sent it to me because I was doing an upgrade. I don't know what it is. But when I was looking at using the phone for the video stuff, I actually looked into and didn't realize that you can change the settings on the camera from what it comes from the factory.
Absolutely.
You can change the settings, which improves the quality.
Yeah.
The other thing as well, ultimately, at the end of the day, no matter how good your pictures are, you put them on Facebook. Facebook compresses them as well.
They're going to chew the poo out of them.
Yeah, but you still done the best you can. So
yeah,
that's it. But yeah, don't be worried about your models having mistakes. Anyone who tells you they build a perfect model is an absolute liar.
Yep.
No way. They've all got mistakes or flaws or whatever. Enjoy the hobby and model for yourself. Don't care what people think. Right, I'll try and do a video tomorrow if I can get in here early enough, which I should be able to. I'll see what I can knock up. I'm not a photographer, so it's going to be piss and wind and making stuff up.
But actually, that's a benefit, isn't it? Of that video, that you're not a photographer.
At the end of the day, we just want to see your work better and
that's what we want to do. So we can
give your work the attention it deserves.
Because you've worked hard on it, haven't you? You've spent weeks, months putting that together, doing the best you can, showcase it in its best light, and then we'll have a look at it.
I shall have a look tomorrow. Yeah, Daryl says take multiple pictures. Yeah, I throw half my pictures away easily.
Yeah, easily.
And if you're not sure on the setting, take several pictures of different settings, and away you go. Okie dokie. Jim looks bored out of his tree. You okay, Jim?
It's that time of day, he needs a nap.
Trying to find his teeth.
He wants to swear us, but luckily he's muted.
God knows don't see. Right, well done, haven't we, by the giveaway? I think how many people still got watching? 140. Oh, 2 dislikes. Oh no. Yeah, Simon, don't use the flash. Yeah, don't use your flash. No, not on your phone anyway. I think you use a flash, bouncing flash, can't you? How that works, isn't it, on a proper camera?
On a proper camera, yeah, you wouldn't do a direct flash. You would bounce it off of something, or
if you're going off light though, you shouldn't need it anyway, should you?
Yeah, you would diffuse the light as well.
Yeah. Okay, there we are. There we go. So we'll try that. Hey, see if we can get some nicer images of all your beautiful models on there. And even if you're not the best modeler, it doesn't mean you won't win, because we don't always pick the best builds. That's not how it works, is it? We're picking our.
Yeah, I mean that.
We don't word it as to what you think's the best model, do we?
We do
word it as what's your favorite build. Yeah,
it's our favorite build, not our
favorite build. It's always been that way. We're not going to pick the flawless. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
because sometimes, because obviously a lot of this stuff that ends up, especially now what you've finished, we've seen the progress on that build on Facebook or the forum or wherever, and seen the work that people have put into it to achieve a certain aspect of the build or the overall finish. So actually, we're not picking. It's, you know, we're not on a table at Telford. When you look at the finished product and going, that's the best 35th scale armor on the table.
I think you've just
what actually a lot of us might pick is perhaps not the best finished product, but we appreciate the process that someone's gone through to achieve what they've done.
Yeah, if it's been a bad kit or a particularly hard kit, we know, or a difficult pick scheme. Yeah, it's all how it works.
Just touching on something you said there as well, Luke, a key thing is, like I say, it's good to post your progress on the ISM as well, so we can see the build stages. Yeah, just because let's be honest, not all models make it on there. You just see the finished. It's nice to see the progress as you're coming along.
Absolutely.
I'll certainly try and post up, you know, at least a couple of parts of a build that I'm doing. You know, I just think it's good because people can see that the more detail you put into a model and that you can't necessarily see once the model's complete, certainly the interiors, engines and that sort of thing.
And that can be, you know, the person that's been building models for 30 years and they're doing real detailed scratch building work on an engine or whatever, or actually the person that's new to the hobby and using the airbrush for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much scope into what, I can't speak for everyone, but so much scope into what I would think makes someone worthy of winning that week, because you appreciate the effort and the process that they've gone through to achieve that.
Yeah,
it might not be a flawless gloss finish on a car, but it's the first time they've ever used an airbrush.
Yeah.
So you've got to go, you know what, fair play, because the first time I used an airbrush, it didn't look like that, you know. So there's lots of factors that go into it, you know. Like John Stones tonight that I voted for. Now John's not a big fan of weathering. We've had conversations. I'm a massive fan of weathering, and I probably, in a lot of people's view, over weather. John doesn't with his armor. Most of it he keeps fairly clean because that's how he likes the finished thing. But on that Famo, he'd done quite a lot of weathering, quite a lot of chipping of the paint and all that stuff. And that's the reason I voted for it, because I know the process he's gone through to get that finish.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so much to this hobby, so much to building a model. And whether you're day one or 30 years on, your processes are different and your challenges are different.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes, Tim's building a U-boat. Stupid says, but you have all seen my stash from building to learn from you guys. Lots from you and keep going. I love it, even if I know I have a long way to go. enjoy the hobby, mate. Don't be worried about what other people do, what other people think you work. Just enjoy the hobby. It's what it's here for. It's a pastime. It's there to while the time away. Don't be stressing over what people think.
Yeah. You say you got a long way to go. This is a lifelong hobby.
Yep.
It really is.
It's like driving, isn't it? You pass your test.
And then you learn to drive.
You learn to drive then. Yeah, you always learn to drive. Every day you learn something different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't panic about it. Enjoy it. And one word of thing, and it's something I've definitely learned over here, don't give a shit what other people think.
Yes.
F them.
Yeah. It's your build. It's your kit. You've paid for it. You enjoy it for what it is.
Yep.
I'm sure every single person in here has put a kit together, and at the end of it, they're not happy with the final product. But what they have done is really enjoyed the process of getting to the final product.
Yeah.
That's what the hobby's about. It's not what's finished or, that you put on a shelf and can look at every day as you go into your cave or wherever. It's the process of building it.
Yep.
That's what the hobby's about. And learning the techniques and learning how to do. That's what it's about for me. I get no pleasure at all looking at that behind me.
Never do we.
That's why it's behind me. No, because they're all crap. But
funny that I've got my display-ish sort of above my head here and then behind me, and yeah.
My pleasure from the hobby and my benefit from the hobby happens in front of me.
Yes.
It's your next build. It's what you're doing next. It's not what you've already finished, because you'll critique that to death anyway.
You will, but I do quite like looking at some of the early kits I've built versus what I've built recently, and actually seeing the progression I personally have made.
See no improvement.
In your case, Norm, getting past the plastic build bit of being an improvement.
Get me out of the box.
But the point is, it's looking, the satisfaction I get from it, and I think you guys do as well, from what I hear you saying, is learning and growing and watching how you improve week on week, month on month, and thinking, actually, I could do this bit best this time. When I do it next time, I'm going to do it slightly differently, and I've learned a new method or whatever it might be. And it's about that progression for me. And so looking back at those kits behind you actually is a good tell of where you're going in the hobby.
Yeah.
Well, here's a good case and example.
That looks rubbish. What is it?
This rubbish Stuka here.
Stuka!
I've actually tried a new technique on there. And
that not burning it.
And I'm really happy with it. But my stash, for example, is up there on the shelf. I'm too short to see them. Even up the step ladder. And the only time I do see them is when I finish a model and stick it up there. Take another one down, set fire to it. But apart from that, I'm still learning.
Yeah, everyone is.
The whole thing, you've learned a new technique on that, and you've learned from it, and that's the beauty of this hobby. There are so many new products and things coming out, and people doing things in different ways. It's great fun experimenting. That's half the fun of it, for me anyway.
And it's absolutely.
It's about modeling.
But that's what keeps you engaged.
Yeah,
that's what keeps you engaged in the hobby. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, for example, I build predominantly armor, obviously. I built the odd aircraft, the odd helicopter. But when I started building Warhammer stuff, I approached it in a completely different way to how the guys that only ever build Warhammer stuff approach it. I approached it in an armor way almost. And actually the results, not around sort of ISM and the scale modeling world, but when I posted stuff on the Warhammer pages, you're getting loads of messages then. How would you do that?
Yeah, it's great.
How would you weather their feet like that? Well, it's really easy, because for us as armor builders, it's a really simple process. And then the two cross over. So the figures I'm doing on this dio, I've used a lot of techniques that I've learned through doing the Warhammer stuff, because it's predominantly figures. So there's a crossover. You're always learning. You're always learning new techniques. That's what keeps you engaged in the hobby. And be honest with yourself, critique your own work, but also be honest that you've put a lot of effort into it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and your next one in your head will be better because you've learned from the last build you did.
Yeah.
I'm sure when Paul started 2K-ing, there was probably many mistakes because it was a completely new thing. But now people are coming to you and saying, how do I do this?
Mm-hmm.
But if someone said to you, go and paint a 12th scale bust, you're going to have to go away and learn a whole load of new techniques and a load of new skills. And it's just a progression. And that's why it's a lifelong hobby, because you'll never be happy with what you've done, ever.
If it's too easy, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You get bored of it and you go and do something else. Absolutely.
If you go golfing and whack all your balls around you with your golf bats, and get holes in one with every one, it gets boring after a while, doesn't it? Yes, Tim, say golf bat.
Golf bat.
Oh no,
You know,
it's golf.
it's like anything in life. I have this. Go on, mate.
Paul just swore then.
I like that comment from Darryl Masters there, where it says, bless Tim in his bath of bubbles, going whoop, whoop, whoop as his sub rises.
And the plastic one. It brings a whole new meaning to Periscope.
Yeah.
But it's like anything in life, not just the hobby. And I have this conversation with students at work quite a lot. And they'll be beating themselves up because they don't know something. Leave it, or they've made a mistake or whatever. And I always say to them, well, if you could turn up on day one of your degree on your practical placement and know everything and do everything perfectly, there'd be no point doing the training, doing the studying, because you're already there. You know, it's a process. And modeling is no different. It's a process.
That old adage, you learn more from your mistakes than you do your success, is very true. And that's the thing you take away from them.
And modeling is no different. There's just, I think, way more many mistakes and learning in modeling than there ever is in what I do for a living. There really is, because it's so variable. You know?
Yeah.
Embrace your mistakes. Learn by them. Move on. Try and not do it again. That's right.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, we've almost got 100 likes for standing at the 99. Look.
Come on. At least we can get 100. Come on.
136 watching.
Yeah.
Why is Tim spraying his curtains? God only knows.
Keep them buying new ones.
He does that on a Friday.
You should see what he wipes on them.
Beat me to it. I was just trying to think how to say that diplomatically without hurting my wallet.
And we've hit 100. Yay!
Well done.
Do we win a prize?
I don't know. Might do a numbers draw, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We've already done the giveaway, haven't we?
We get to come back next week then.
Yeah, we've done the number draw, the £20 giveaway when we first started up, didn't we?
Yeah,
Everyone's watching's like, oh, I'm going. No, we haven't done it yet. Do it in a minute.
I tell you what popped up on my YouTube yesterday, the day before. I was watching your latest video, Paul, and then I was doing stuff in the background because I was getting ready for work. And then a video popped up of a live show, a Saturday night live show from about 4 years ago. Wow. How different, like even your cave.
Oh, yeah.
So different. It was like, wow. How things moved on.
4 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
We've been doing these 4 years now, isn't it? Crazy.
A bit more than that, isn't it?
No, I think it's about 4 years this year.
He must have been one of the first ones, and it was a Saturday night. Saturday night live.
Yeah, probably moved it from a Friday. I think back then we were trying Saturdays as well.
I'll tell you what, you just come back from Aberystwyth. You were talking about going away in Aberystwyth.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one that popped up. And I was like,
More
wow.
flairier, I think, back then as well.
No, we weren't. We were actually better behaved back then.
What's the name of that place again there, Luke?
Aberystwyth.
Aberystwyth.
No, it's Aberystwyth.
It's Aberystwyth.
Bless you.
You're not even Welsh, sure.
That's where I live, mate.
You live on White Trainer Estate, don't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Classics. Excellent.
No, high tops, Luke. High tops. Get it right, mate.
Oh, is it? I'm old now, Dan. I'm not.
They've all moved on now. They all wear high tops and Tom's.
When I was in the old Bill, and you used to go to a burglary, you'd always know the footprint that you would see would be a Reebok Classic. Always. Always.
Or an Adidas Samba.
Oh dear.
Doing some of Paul's vids from before. Yeah, I think you pitch around in his house. I've only got one from in the house many moons ago on a MIG filter I did for a mate of mine. The rest of them have all been done in here. Yeah, I've been doing videos since 2013. So.
I would say the first one I ever remember was the Corsair for E-models.
Yep.
First one I did was 109 for E-models I just built this, which I've had this for 8 years now. I think 7 years. Yeah. And E-models approached me to build something for them. That's right. But yeah, early days, Crockwell, fingernails for cash. That was funny.
Fingernails for cash. Beautiful.
Yeah. It was funny, wasn't it?
Bum crumbs.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that for a long time.
No. And we're not going to hear it again for another long time, too.
No. Things have certainly changed. Brian said it was wild in the old days. Depends how far back you go, which it was certainly wild then.
Oh my God, yes.
Still got on my own Paul ISM channel from before 2016. I have over 500 live hangouts on there, all off in private, because every off-air hangout was streamed every day.
Yep.
And yeah, caused a bit of trouble.
Oh my, yeah, we have to apologise to.
You might notice that I like to speak my mind a little bit.
No.
Really?
Yeah, well, not anymore. I keep my mouth shut a little bit now.
Yes.
In public.
Yeah,
and yeah, it caused all sorts of malarkey, which thankfully we're dealt with now. But it certainly showed the true friends, shall we say?
Absolutely.
Which are still here now. Yeah, it did. Interesting days. Very sad because there were some good people back then.
Oh yeah.
But things happen for a reason, and people move on.
And
yeah, fair play to them. Good luck to them.
We've changed as a group, though. To be fair, we've all grown up for the last. Well,
the difference is though. The difference is, Dan, and we said this the other day. A lot of those have vanished.
Yeah,
we're still here.
Yeah, I was just about to say maybe not grown up, but more mature. Well,
I'll just say older.
I'm going to say we've been together for a few years.
Stu, join the hangouts, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Join the hangouts. We'll be off there in a minute and come join us.
Yeah.
Island, it's very good fun. As long as you bring your sweary bits with you, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But life evolves, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it
does. The hobby.
Well, you're not going to get on with everyone either, are you?
No. I had friends at 25 that I don't have now.
No.
You know, and I think as you get older, you kind of get a little bit more selective.
Your priorities change also what you want out of life. Let's face it. I mean, all my mates from the 90s, let's say, they're either in the graveyard, which is sad to say, or they're on holiday at Her Majesty's pleasure. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want that in my life. I wanted to have a nice, steady life, you know, grow up, have kids, get married, own a house, drive a Jag. Do you know what I mean? And all that sort of stuff.
He's always got to drop the Jag in, isn't he? Every single time.
Oh,
It's a Mondeo.
It's a Mondeo.
It's a Mondeo with a fancy body kit. That's what it is.
I looked at another XJ today, and oh my God, I need an XJ now.
How the hell did we get on from what we're talking about? Your bloody Jag.
I don't know. Well, anyway,
anyway, moving on. Yeah,
just,
people come and go, don't they? And you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, I think the biggest thing is friendship is earned. It's not a given. Never is. You earn your friendship.
The only thing that winds me up, people come and go. That's fair enough.
I know what you're going to say. You don't even need to say it, mate. I know exactly what you're going to say.
But the disingenuous nature of some people,
yes,
and how fickle they are.
I wonder where that will go in.
Is what winds me up.
Yeah.
For me, integrity is everything.
Integrity, that's the word.
Especially for myself. My integrity has been called into account by several people. And I know for a fact I've got people in my chat now who are commenting that have been swayed by other people questioning my integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference is they've come back.
Yeah.
They've come back. It happened the other day. I commented in our chat about somebody, I'm not going to mention the names, who I know was swayed by other people slagging me off about all the things I've done and said and the person I am. And then they're back commenting again. I think, why? Because not only have you questioned my integrity,
I question your own.
You questioned your own by coming back.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, whatever. It is one of them. But
the thing is, with integrity comes honesty.
Yes. Yep. Definitely.
Because if you're maintaining your integrity, you're going to be honest.
Yeah.
And over the years, I'm sick and tired of people, not in the modeling world particularly, but just generally.
In general, yeah. Integrity's gone.
Saying, all I want in life is honesty. And then you be honest to maintain your integrity, and they don't like it because you're being honest.
Yeah.
And then they'll put their integrity into question to slag you off, when actually all you've done is be honest to maintain your own integrity. So you can't have your cake and eat it, can you?
Colin's in the chat there, and he's made a great point.
Colin.
He's been a victim of this and still averaging. It's horrendous, isn't it, mate? With people questioning your integrity.
And that's the thing, what he's saying in there. All he wants to do is be nice, play nice, and enjoy the hobby. And that's all of us want to do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are people out there that, for whatever reason, their own agenda or whatever it is, they don't like honesty.
No.
And then once you're honest, you're the worst person that walks on the planet.
Actually,
all I've done is be honest.
If I said some of the things that go in my mind sometimes, you know, when I'm being really honest, then I would upset a lot of people. And yeah.
But I think what's been achieved, and I'm very new to this. I mean, how long have I been on the lives? What, 2 years?
I don't
18
know, mate.
months, 2 years?
Yeah, probably. Maybe a bit longer.
I remember the first time I had a few glasses of wine. I don't drink wine anymore. And I was
more Spanish than pure, man.
Paul said, "Why don't you join us?" In a private message, and I was trying to get my ISM t-shirt.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I remember you saying, like, it's going to get interesting in a minute because Luke's going to join. He's had a few glasses of wine.
The other thing,
but that was probably about 2 years ago. I've been in the Hangouts before that, obviously. But what we have built is a very solid community and a very solid group of people.
Yeah, I class everybody that I hang about with in the Hangouts, I class as really, really good mates. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, with everything that me and my family have been through over the, you know, past month or so, 6-8 weeks, whatever it's been, if it weren't for my mates in here, I'd have probably lost it a bit. You know, I've got people like Luke and Tim, Paul, all saying you've got to keep your shit together. And I think if I'd not got people like that, said, well, Si and Al, they were, you know what I mean? They're all, everybody were there. And yeah, I appreciate everybody in here. They're all my really good mates. Some we've never met in person. Si, Jim, Al, Parker, that is, Norm. But other than that, you know, we will get to bump into each other at some point. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah,
But-
I was going to say not yet, Dan, but definitely beer is on the cards when we can.
I've got to be honest. If I'm totally honest here, and I always am, I can't freaking stand any of the less I see. And the better.
However, I'll be on a hangout tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll be in here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I think on the other
I
side,
think we've built a very solid.
I mean, the first time that I ever really plucked up the courage, you know, Paul used to put the dodgy hangouts live occasionally, and I just used to message.
Occasionally, they're every bloody day.
Yeah, and I'd say, is it going live on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. And then we met each other at Telford, and then, you know, we became really good friends. And it, you know, that's how it happens. You do make some really good friends, you know, just by making dodgy comments sometimes. I'll be back in a minute. I think the chillblains are off home.
And there's a lot of groups out there. There's a lot of hangouts. There's a lot of stuff going on out there in the community. Our hangouts aren't for everyone. They're not.
We're not for everyone.
No, absolutely not. And that's fine, because there's plenty of groups out there that you can go and join that might be more your cup of tea.
Yep.
You know, but then don't join the hangout or join the Facebook page or whatever, and then get your arse in your hand because it's not for you. Well, no one asked you to join.
No.
You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's absolutely fine. Go and find one that is. But then don't slag off other hangouts and other live shows or whatever it is, because everyone's just doing their thing. If it's not for you, turn your computer off.
Live and let live.
It's really simple. You know, no one's forcing you to be part of it.
But that's like walking into a pub.
Absolutely.
You walk into a pub, you'll be right home with one, and the other one you'll be out as quick as you can through the bathroom window.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like that. The one thing that annoys me more than anything is...
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, but what it's... People slag you off to other people, and the other person believes them.
Yes.
And acts upon it, and that's really sad. That you're swayed by one person and believe it rather than hearing both sides of the story.
I think you've said it multiple times that if ever anybody hears anything, just come and ask you.
Yeah, if these words don't come out of my mouth, don't assume I've said it.
Yes.
You know, the saddest thing for me is there's groups out there I want to post on, but I don't post on them because there's people on there that I don't get on with, either from me or them, and I don't want to cause trouble for that group. So I keep myself to myself from the groups. And if I'm honest, sometimes the people, not because I don't like them, I don't mean that, but I just don't want to get them dragged into things.
Yeah.
And I think then the people think I'm being funny with them when I'm not. I just try and keep myself to myself. The only groups I post on are the bigger groups. And all I post is finished work. I never share in progress work on other groups because I can't bother with all the grief, or it's this or that, or, you know, crap like that. But there are those groups I want to post on, but I just don't go near because I don't want to cause trouble on them or, you know, cause people to moan. I've been thrown off groups by rogue admin that don't like me, and they've just deleted me from the group. And I've had to go back and be re-added after finding out why I got thrown off. And it's like, oh, okay then. So one person's feeling against me gets me thrown off the group. That's happened before. I've been thrown off groups just by joining them, which is the most hilarious thing. in the world, and apparently, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we could delve very deep into this, and I could say
we could talk about it all night, couldn't we?
I could go very deep, and you'd be pretty ashamed of some of the people out there. You probably think are all right, but anyway.
And what you post though, Paul? You post good quality models with a good explanation, with a good description of what you've done. You post good educational videos. You know, this is how you do it. It's not necessarily the best way around to do it, but the results show themselves. Do you know what I mean? And you try to put the content out there for people to learn and get better from, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And some people just hate that. Some people just, you know.
And like Colin's saying in the chat, any of you always feel free to post on my group, as in his group. And if people don't like it, then don't look at it. And he said many times, and he has said many times, haters are just extra haters.
Yep.
Because he's come in for loads of flack over the years.
I kind of like Colin saying that they're extra hatters.
Well, he did say hatters, but you know,
I'm joking.
But he's absolutely right. If you don't look at it, don't look at it.
Yeah.
Scroll on by.
It's really simple.
It ain't rocket science, is it?
Not really.
It's just sad how people are. Human nature is disgusting. It can be.
Every day.
And people know because you'll deal with firsthand. I deal with it in a totally different way, but people you think are all right. I mean, we could really get into some of the experiences we've had with people in here.
Oh yeah.
Who they've gone off and caused trouble about me and UMP and ISM and you guys over X, Y, and Z. When if we got into the nitty gritty of it, they're basically alcoholics with problems.
Yep.
Ripping your friends off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a good one. We all know that one, don't we? Personally.
Oh yeah.
Mental health issues, which some of us have got.
Yeah, definitely.
What are the absolutely ridiculous reasons have we had people? Without getting into it or even mentioning names, there's been all sorts of things.
The list is endless.
It is. It's endless. And then they go off. They're slighted. They take umbrage with me, and they take it out on UMP, and they take it out on these guys. You guys have been blanked before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Don't mention where. Don't mention where.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Don't mention where though. Don't mention where.
I'm not to mention where, but I actually had a complaint at work.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, from someone that had emailed my headquarters because they weren't happy with something I said to them because they were being a bit of a dick. And I said something to them not in a hangout. It was a comment on one. It was a
comment on a group.
On a Facebook group.
Yeah.
And I said, you're out of order because you're being a bit of a dick. They actually took the time because they knew what I did for a living. They knew where I worked to email my headquarters to say that they didn't think my attitude was appropriate for the role that I was in. And I actually had a formal complaint at work through the modelling community.
Yeah. One thing you never mess with is a man's business or livelihood.
Oh my God.
I mean, it went nowhere, obviously, because it was a load of shit. But for someone to go to that length and
So I'm afraid that would have made me get in my car and hunt him. I'm afraid.
But it's water off a duck's back. I screenshotted every single comment that was made, and actually,
I remember seeing it. I remember you showed this.
Yeah.
I remember.
And actually, when it was investigated by my employer, they went, "Well, you haven't really said anything wrong there, have you?" Actually, he's the one with the issues. Absolutely.
Oh wow, Claire says kill him.
Wow,
Claire.
Oh God.
She's learning too much in the hangout, she has.
I've got a screenshot section on my Mac and my phone that is full of hundreds and hundreds of pictures of near enough all the conflicts I've had with people. because, okay, I'll sometimes admit we share them for comedy value in our chat. Like, oh my God, look at this has gone from please don't swear to being threatened to being stabbed at Telford or something stupid.
That was funny. Yeah.
But I've got near enough everything stored because I've screenshotted my own, oh, he said this. Well, no, actually, you said this, and I replied to, which people have done before. If I went through them and read them to you, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked at some of the stuff.
Shocked and appalled, not just shocked.
Shocked and appalled. Normally be appalled, I'd be shocked.
Colin's saying in the chat there, he went offline for a while due to the haters, and in the end he thought, sod it. It annoys them more than me. Carry on.
Yeah.
And he knows that every video he posts up, he's going to get at least 6 dislikes, at least. But that's 6 extra views that he knows he's going to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go with it.
You should be proud that somebody will take the time to watch your video and dislike it, because it just shows they do actually care. Because if they didn't care, they just wouldn't give you the time of day. So that's actually a positive.
Absolutely. And every dislike is a view on YouTube.
An emotion and it's a view.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Digsby James saying, well, he's grateful for this group, helps him with his PTSD, and he's learned and inspired every time. Plus his wife supports it. She knows the group has helped. Mate, I don't need to really mention Models for Heroes. It's all over the place. This hobby is a fantastic therapy.
Yes.
To people that are struggling, for whatever reason. Models for Heroes focuses on veterans and emergency service personnel because you have to set a boundary. You can't do everything. But PTSD is not exclusive to the military. It's not exclusive to the emergency services. It happens to people all the time. And if you get something from this group that helps you, then embrace it.
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
If you get something from the hobby that helps, then embrace it every single time.
As Paul says, everybody on here has their issues. You might not see them, but we've all got them.
Yeah.
I commented on, I follow, I don't know if
I read that. Hannah read that as well, mate.
On the Stoltman page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I follow the Stoltman brothers because they're good lads, they're down to earth, and they wear the heart on the sleeve. And I did comment on one of Tom's posts the other day about having issues, and I'll be honest, it literally pressed something in me to make me want to comment that, everybody, I mean, I'm nearly 44. I've, back then the autism spectrum and ADHD, stuff like that wasn't about when I was a kid. On my medical notes, it just says problem child. I had 5 psychologists that 3 of them literally came off of work because of the things that I was doing, not just to them, but to everybody else that were around. Do you know what I mean? And, you grow up, but you put your demons to the back of your mind. I've got a wife, I've got kids, I've got a business, people that depend on me, but my problems are still there, and sometimes you do need to just air them out occasionally. And, sometimes talking helps. Weirdly, as daft as it sounds, I mean, I've spoken to Luke on multiple occasions at ridiculous times of the day. Tim, we've spoken at, stupid hours and whatnot. And if it weren't for talking that through, I think that would have tipped me over the edge slightly more. And I think I'd have become more unhinged, let's say, for wanting a better word. But yeah, this hobby for me, it took me a while to get back getting in here after everything that happened. But when I did start coming back in, I could switch off for a bit, and it made me laugh. It cheered me up. Do you know what I mean? Everybody that's in here now all said at the same time, it was really nice to hear you laughing. It's good to see the old Dan back, blah, 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 blah. And that helped a lot as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it just, to know that somebody else is there with issues or whatever, but they've got your back. You know what I mean? They're there to listen. Even if they don't know what they're talking about, they'll hang a tab, they'll listen to what you're saying, you know, they'll give some reassuring words, and it will help. It, you know, and for me, this hobby, everybody that does this hobby is doing it for a reason, whether they know the reason or not. You know, everybody's doing it for a reason, you know, whether it's PTSD or, you know, I mean, you know, autism nowadays is a widely bandied about thing. And probably, if we're all honest, and let's be honest, 99.9% of the population is probably somewhere on there.
My little boy James is.
You know, I mean, everybody's got the little things that they do. I've got my own set ways that my missus and kids know now that if they disrupt that, it freaks me out. You know, if they come in here and mess it up, it freaks me out. If they do something in my car, it freaks me out. Do you know what I mean? Just not something as daft as leaving a towel on the bathroom floor will freak me out for no reason whatsoever. It's a towel on the floor, but for no reason whatsoever, I'll throw it out the window because it freaks me out. You know what I mean? But modeling calms me down. Weirdly, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I were in a rage this afternoon when I finished work. I were in a rage. I'm still off there, and you know, a lesson will be learnt on Monday. But I have calmed down now because I'm in here with my mates. You know, we've had a laugh, we've had a joke. I've calmed down, I've relaxed, and the world is still revolving. You know, but everybody that models, I don't care if you know it or not, everybody that models does it for a specific reason, whether you know it or not, is pretty much my point.
I do it to stop me twisting people's heads off.
Yeah.
Exactly why I do it.
Basically.
Exactly why I do it. And it's a thing, and we get back to the models for heroes thing. I spent a long time in the military, a long time, perhaps a little bit longer than I should have, doing a job that wasn't particularly nice.
Yeah.
Then I left, and I just couldn't deal with civilian society because I'd never been a civilian.
Oh.
You know, I joined as a boy, really. Couldn't deal with civilian society and all that stuff. And there's videos on my channel. I don't need to go on about it, about how I got into it and how it's developed. But even now, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to do the job I do.
No.
There's no two ways about it. Because the job I do is not the job description that they sell you.
No.
It really isn't.
You've got to be a certain type of person. I've seen a few sites, but I still couldn't do your job. I've spoken to paramedics that have been to some horrific things, and them just describing them to me, I know for a fact I would not be able to handle.
But it's not so much about that. It's about dealing with idiots.
Yes. And I won't be able to deal with them neither.
And that's where the frustration comes in. So like today, I've done nothing paramedic-y today in my shift, nothing. What I have done is gone and dealt with idiots that are calling 999 when they shouldn't. And the frustration just builds over that 12 hours.
Yeah.
It just builds and builds and builds. Now, I know we're in lockdown, the pubs aren't open. Years and years ago, the way I deal with that is I wouldn't even go home. I'd throw a hoodie on, take my boots off, put a pair of trainers on, and go straight in the pub.
Yeah.
And I'd drink myself to oblivion to deal with the frustration that has been caused through that previous 12 hours. Over the last few years, I don't do that anymore. What I do, whether it's a live show night or not, is I'll come home, have a shower, chill out, and then I'll sit at the bench and I'll start building, jump in the hangout with you guys. And that frustration level goes from here to hear.
Yep.
Really quickly.
Yeah, it's done that to me tonight.
And it makes me a better person.
I was just about to say, you are a better person for it.
Because
person.
All those years ago, like Paul said, he does this to stop twisting people's heads off. I would have been in a pub at 10:30 at night, having finished work 4 hours previously, and drank way too many beers, and then probably got into an argument over nothing and wanted to twist that person's head off. It's much better that I come in here and put a Tamir kit together.
Yeah.
It makes you a better person.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where, from a military emergency services point of view, that's why Models for Heroes is so important.
Yes.
Because it stops these guys getting into trouble, ending up in prison, and all that stuff that goes with it, or going the other way where they get completely self-indulged, and we all know what happens then.
Yeah.
You know, so it's so important, but it's not exclusive to the military or the emergency services.
No.
People do this for lots of reasons. And like Dan said, they might not even know why they're doing it.
They just like
But
model
they
it.
just do it, and it helps.
Yeah.
And there's
So
nothing wrong.
Brian's put a comment in the chat, and if I'm reading it right, I've lost it now. Where's it gone?
Yes, I think you are though, Paul.
Yeah, I think Brian, you put a comment in the chat sometime a while back, mate. Try and get some help, mate. Samaritans, get the ball rolling there, something, mate, because you don't be thinking like that, mate.
No.
And there's not much we can do from here in that respect. But don't do anything silly. You always go to chat. You can come join the Hangouts, mate. You're more than welcome. You've been here before.
I shit you not, jumping at Hangout, you will feel
He's
better.
been there before.
After half an hour.
Yeah, he's been there before. But yeah, go and have a chat with somebody, mate. Seriously.
Yes.
Go and have a chat.
The Samaritans are there 24/7, mate, and they're brilliant. Go and speak to somebody.
Yeah, he did say he's not a talker, but the thing is, you can do it anonymously. You don't have to say who you are. It's just a voice on the end of a phone to talk to, and they'll help. They'll give as much as you need.
If you call that number, you don't need to talk. You're watching a live show on YouTube for company.
Yes.
And voices in the background. That's exactly what they'll do for you, 24/7.
Yeah.
I was exactly the same. I'd keep it all to myself. I wouldn't talk to anybody. You know what I mean? And it took me a good 20 odd years to figure out that talking actually helps, because whatever's going off in there, once you've said it and it's out in the open, other people will then be able to help you where you can't help yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're all human. Human.
That in there is the most complex thing. I mean, I'll guarantee you now, we're all sat in front of computers, blah, 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 that's really highly sophisticated, but that cannot switch off. That can, that is going 24/7, 365 a year. You know what I mean? And you need to talk. Weirdly, I know it sounds like that crappy BT advert. Do you know what I mean?
It's good to talk. But it is.
It is good to talk. It is good to talk. Bob Hoskins, there's a person right there who, if you read back through his life and whatnot, he struggled a lot with depression. He was very wealthy. He got really nice women dangling off his arm and other areas. He got, big houses, nice cars, blah, 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 very well known. But the depression and the loneliness that gave to him, and he got to a point where in his life, I think it was a couple of years before Roger Rabbit, weirdly, that he he'd gone to a dark place, contemplated some things, and then he got into a group in somewhere in London. I can't remember the name on it now off the top of my head, but he got to a group. It was a small group. They spoke about things, blah, 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 and it was just Bob Hoskins. It weren't Bob Hoskins, the famous actor, or Bob Hoskins, the movie star, Bob Hoskins, the rich man from down. Do you know what I mean? It was just Bob Hoskins, a man. Do you know? And once he got his problems out there, his life improved tenfold. He was still famous, and he was, you know what I mean? He's still got the other problems, but it improved his life just by talking about it. And yeah,
I mean, we can recommend other channels in here, can't we, Paul? You're happy to do that. There's a YouTube channel called Vigilance Elite, and it's very military focused. The videos they put up on their channel is an ex-Navy SEAL, ex-CIA operative interviewing other people from his world that have suffered with mental health issues and how they've got through it. It is a very good channel to watch. Now, it's very military based because they're talking about their time in the military and how they adjusted to civilian life not very well a lot of the time. But the theme is the same. That when you get to these real dark places in your mind and you're thinking all sorts of crazy stuff, that there is a recovery. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is a bit of a cliche, but there is always.
Yeah.
And it's such a good channel to watch. These guys were at the top of their game, special forces operatives that no one ever expected these people to fall foul of mental health, because they are the epitome of a soldier, epitome of a warrior.
Yep.
And strong individuals. And I say strong in inverted commas. And it's about their journey and how it's affected them. And it's a really good channel. It's so worth a watch. It really is. It really is. It's not an easy watch. It gets quite graphic, quite emotional. But if you're interested in how, you know, you can get to this real depth of despair and then bring yourself back out of it, it's absolutely worth a watch.
Chump's got it right there. Talking to someone is sometimes the best medicine, and it really is.
This is Norman.
Really is.
Yeah, but the problem is, Chunk, we don't want to speak to you.
Yeah.
It keeps coming in.
Worse
than me.
Another comment further up from Punisher. Where's he gone? So he's down with liver cancer, failure. Is there anything left he can do? Outdoor exercise days are gone. Gone from bed to workbench and back. Hobby keeps me sane. Sorry to hear that, mate. Really am.
Yes.
It is really, really hard, mate. But one thing we're all guaranteed.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be here forever.
Nope.
And if you are able to get to your bench and mess around with the model and it gives you that peace of mind, then fair play to you.
Yeah, live for today.
Absolutely. Because tomorrow is not promised for any of us.
No.
Tomorrow never comes.
I've had, over the last 6-8 weeks, whatever it's been, a massive eye-opener that family, friends, loved ones are important. You know, I worked a hell of a lot, you know, and sometimes I put that first before I, you know, my missus, my kids, whatever. And that reality check has, you know, it made my thought process change, you know. Now I'm
one thing, Dan, before I go to the toilet. every single one of you in the chat, every single one of us in here, whether you're a neurosurgeon or you clean toilets for a living, every single one of us is replaceable at work in less than 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
None of us are replaceable at home.
No.
And that's the way to live your life.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, very true.
Punisher's Brian Lawrence. Yeah,
you ought to jump in here, just jumping at anger. Sometimes, even if you've not got your camera on, just, you know, if you've got a camera, introduce yourself. Even if you don't like being on camera, introduce yourself, give us a wave, put your camera off. as long as you're still part of the conversation, it will help. You know, you've not. It does help having a camera, and we can all, you know, look and take Mick out of Si. Sorry, Si. You were just the first person in my eye line. Jim's
he's just below you.
I think Jim's fell asleep.
I was going to say Jim's picture's not on, so I can't point at Jim.
Jim's fallen and broke his hip.
Yeah, you need friends. You need friends, even if the people on the end of a phone you know what I mean, to speak to. Definitely don't bottle it up, because it'll just nibble away constantly.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like that little person that just does that constantly, and then before you know it, you snap, something happens, something bad
I wasn't there, Dan.
Didn't Tim look like he's making a lightsaber on Star Wars?
Yeah, he's like a cheap knockoff Jedi without a dressing guard on. What do you think, Obi-Wan Thesaurus?
You know, we've all been through hard times, you know, and bounced back, and then after hard times and bounce back. But yeah, you need to speak to people. Definitely speak to people.
Just quickly, Andy's asked me about 12 times. I keep missing it. Sorry, Andy. You can do a hangout on your phone, mate. Yeah.
Yes.
To join the hangout, Simon put the link further up to join the group.
Yeah,
Alan put the link further up. You click on that and join, and I'll let you on, and the link's on there to join. Or if you go to any non-live video, the links are all in the description down there.
I have joined on my phone. It's quite easy. You download Zoom. Then when you see the link, you copy and paste that into your browser. It will automatically open Zoom, and then you just click connect with phone audio, headphones, whatever, and you will be straight in.
Yeah.
That easy. It is literally that easy. Mm-hmm. And yeah, people daft Sidious. Oh my good God.
Tim's like, huh?
Oh dear. But yeah, jumping at anger, you will cheer up. I mean, I was ready for beating somebody's head in when I come in here at 7:15, whenever it were, and I'm relaxed. I'll probably go back in and think about it some more and boil over at weekend. But yeah, I'll jump in anger, and it will help. Definitely will help.
Well, it's got Sam through his recent.
Oh God, yes.
Ops, you know. I mean, lying in bed in the hospital on his phone or his lappy, not being able to do anything but just being in here with us.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Kept me sane anyway.
You'll drive me nuts.
Of course we do.
I'm only saying one, yeah.
It's what we do best.
Aye.
Yeah, but yeah, go to the Offer Hangout group. It's either search Facebook for it or go through the links in the non-live videos. Every non-live video has the same description to it, and in it there's links to every page associated with ISM.
No, I'll just put the link. I just posted the link in the chat again. So it's easy.
It's all in there. Every link's in there, from the live show page, group builds, my page, everything's in there. So if you're looking for anything, it's in there. In that description, you can go find it.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, right. What number was this?
Yeah.
Daft Sidious. Let me laugh at. So we'll do this giveaway, haven't we?
Yep.
It's early, yeah.
Well, we got 109 watching, 117 likes. So
we can just split it and have £2 each.
Just chuck it in the swear jar.
F off.
Hey.
Right. So, long-winded malarkey. We're going to do our giveaway, random number giveaway, £20 UMP gift voucher. All you got to do, when prompted by Mr. Alan Parker, is pick one number between 1 and 1,000. You get 5 minutes, pop it in the chat. After 5 minutes, we will close that, do a live random number generator, and closest person to the number wins. I reckon we let Tim do the spiel as well. You're for doing the spiel? No? Oh, Tim.
Oh, God.
Boo. You're no fun, are you, Tim?
I bet it'd have gone something like somebody's picking the number that the number's going to win. That's the number.
Yeah, I reckon you should do it, Dan.
No.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, I reckon Dan should do it.
Yeah, why not?
He just look impressed at all. I'll do it.
He's gone.
It's a no from Dan.
It's a no. Yeah.
It's a no.
I'm out.
Oh, do you know what I've just realised? I didn't share the link round for the live show. They're still sat there.
Well, folk know where to get us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's made no difference, has it, to the
No.
We've still had a good,
yeah.
good following of people.
Should I put it up anyway for continuity?
If you want.
I suppose. Give me 2 secs, peeps. Right, you go on. You start your numbers, boys, when you're ready.
Ready out.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And we begin in 3, 2.
Oh, hang on.
Not your numbers.
Yeah, we get told that.
Hey.
Can't believe I forgot to do that. What an idiot.
You're not posting in the chat, Al. Oh.
Yeah, it's in there.
Hang on, Sam. Give me a chance.
That's quite a delay.
Chat's not working.
It's hell of a day.
It's quite a big delay tonight.
It was, yeah.
The chat should be instant.
Yeah.
Oh.
I pressed it. It took ages to go in.
It's about 35 seconds.
Oh, and that's what she said.
It's
You get medication for that, Al?
As you can see, Simon started to cry.
4 minutes, folks. You got 4 minutes.
The thing is, has it caught Claire out? That's the question.
No, of course it doesn't.
No, for a fact, she's just checking.
Claire's got some massive scientific formula going on. You're not going to catch her, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a couple of servers there.
She's got 3 quantum computers working in her basement.
Oh.
We could play a roulette gamble.
Ooh.
We could either end this at 4 minutes 90. My God, I'm doing tin time. We could do it at 4 minutes 50 seconds or 5 minutes 10.
Ooh, controversial.
End it now, Norm. We're done.
What we need to do is keep talking about Claire at the moment to distract her from her little algorithm that she's working out in her head.
All this rolling through
today, Claire.
Ones and zeros. And she's just calculating when to press that button.
What are you working on at the moment, Claire?
You're a terrible human being.
I'll tell you something as well for those who suffer with mental or physical illness. Make some videos.
Yeah.
Start a YouTube page for your modeling or what other interests you've got. It all takes. I don't stop all day long with either ISM, UMP, not so much now because Lee's.
I'll tell you, being really honest, this week I had a mojo crisis, I suppose you could call it. So what I did is I came in the cave, I cleaned it all. Started me right up.
Rewind.
Cleaned up the cave, reorganised a few bits, moved a few bits round, made a couple of videos. I didn't do any modelling. Made a couple of videos, and I felt better.
Yeah, I did exactly. Apart from making the videos, I did exactly the same thing on.
It's
Saturday.
just another. I mean, I've been really lucky. There's a video up on the channel, I think yesterday, the day before. I don't know what's happened, but over the last 2 weeks, my subscriber count has exploded. It's way more than the last 3 years within 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've seen your video about that.
I don't know why, because I'm not really doing anything different.
Oh, yes, you are.
You must be.
You made a video.
If you've upped your content lately, which I think you have, haven't you?
A little bit. I
That's
think
why.
a big,
You do anything like that, YouTube will recognize algorithms and
yeah.
and
I think a big part of it was that thing I did for the Tap Museum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
all adds up. The more regularly you do videos, the more YouTube
Yeah.
recognizes.
I think it just opened it up to a bit of a wider audience, really.
Just quickly as well.
But anyway, that's irrelevant.
Just quickly, hang on. Thomas is sat in our waiting room waiting. Hold fire in there, Thomas. We'll be off air in about 5 minutes. I will let you in then, but I won't let everyone on the live show. So I look here, put the waiting room on, and he's in there waiting because I can keep people out until we're ready.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I won't say anything else. We've got 20
Go,
seconds.
Claire.
I can just hear the ball.
In a really sadistic way, I kind of want Claire to miss it.
She's dead nuts on for the past 7 weeks. I've been counting.
There's a 43
Here we
second
go
delay.
in 3, 2, 1. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
You are joking.
Look at that.
Damn you. It's off on my screen. It's out on my screen.
Oh,
I'm joking. Calm down.
every week she's out on my screen.
She's good at that. She's really good.
Is
I'm
she
going to get Claire to do all my eBay bidding.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. I'm having a bit of a shift here. Give me a sec.
Did Claire get it again? I don't have the chat up.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Smack on.
so just a quick one. Is Dan croaking with you guys as well?
Yes.
Willie Mack?
Yes.
Willie?
So they're all out on mine too.
No.
John-
Willie
John-
Mack's
John-
out on mine.
The last three I've got in on my screen is Jan, Dan, and Claire.
Yep.
Yeah. Willie
Yeah.
Mack's out.
Yeah, Willie Mack is just out.
Right, hang on. There's people waiting in the waiting room. We're going off there in a sec. Just hold fire. Right, is that Sharon?
It is.
Certainly is.
Right, I'm going to click this. That'll be the winning number. As always, if 2 people pick the number, the first person to pick it automatically wins. And if you think there is one, please don't shout it out because we had the wrong name shouted before. As always, these guys will check it, and once they know the winner, Alan will announce the winner
Yeah.
for the £20 UMP gift voucher. So the winning number today is 998.
That's a high one.
Damn, son. A 998. Tim's in the waiting room. Should we keep him there?
Yeah, why not?
So there's an iPhone for some reason. Get him in.
I wonder if his internet's crashed. Tell Pale to let me in. That was message.
While we're going through the numbers, I've just put a link in the chat. Again, I'm going to mention the Model Officers Mess 48-hour group build, raising money for Models for Heroes. If anyone wants to join in on that, the link's in the chat. Go and have a look at it. 48 scale kit in 48 hours. And all proceeds go to Models for Heroes.
Right, so we've got Stewie in the chat. I think that's our.
I'm here
Oh, there he is.
again. Here's the camera.
Okay.
Here's the cat. Cat, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Yeah. As much as you're getting from him. People were in the front room, so I thought I'd just come in the kitchen.
Ah. Who lives in a house like this? David, it's over to
Well,
you.
I'll tell you, whoever lives in this bloody mess, I tell you, the bloody fairies don't come along anymore. I've noticed that. Bloody fairies.
Shut up, Dan. What are you saying?
That was in the 90s. We don't
Actually, I think it's Luke's been the naughty
Any
one this
any
evening.
news on the number yet, anyone?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the agreements.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, go for it.
I totally agree. I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
then, but tonight's winner is
Me. Yeah, I'm joking.
with the winning number.
Wait room.
With a winning number.
Risky.
of 982 is Dan Crow.
Pick that.
Well done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
Mate. Dan, I think he's wrong before. Email me your email address associated with your UP account, mate, and I'll sort it out for you later. Well done. Congratulations.
My weekend.
Claire
My
was
weekend
pretty close.
persona.
Claire was pretty close.
Claire were quite close.
Really close.
Have I done anyone?
Oh yeah.
Is it not? Wasn't it fineable eating on camera?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
How much, Dan, how much are we going for?
I'm going to say 25 at least. Minimum.
25.
25, definitely.
It's so round.
What are you having? Nothing to do with me. Oh.
Is
Oh dear. Geez, forgot his name now. That's really bad.
Toby?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Car Crash.
Yeah, Wayne.
Wayne. That's it. Thank you. It's Wayne's birthday soon. If any of you are friends with him, he's going to be doing it on Facebook. You can do those raise money for a charity, and he's going to be setting it for Models for Heroes. So if any of you see it's Wayne's birthday, he's got the little fundraiser. It's Model for Heroes. Please chuck a bit of money in while you're there.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's my message for the evening.
Excellent. Right. I've got people asking for links everywhere here. I'm getting a bit baffled. So,
I say, Paul, Dan Croak's put here, given tonight's discussion, give it to Models for Heroes.
Oh, mate, you're a star.
Excellent. Well done,
Quality
Dan.
man.
You're a star. Right, we're going to go off air. There's several people waiting. Loads of people wanting the links. I think we're making a few new people in here in a minute. You're all welcome to join. The links are in the chat. They're in the chat there. We scroll back up. Alan's put them in there. They're on all the non-live videos. You can just search for Off Air Hangout Group on Facebook. It's got a green Hangout picture at the top. Just click to join. I won't let you in the group unless you join that, so I can see who you are and make sure you're not a lunatic like the rest of us. No. Actually, you'll fit in well if you're a lunatic.
Yeah, we got in.
Yeah.
Again, just once more.
Yeah, put the link in there. Just come and join it and pop in. It might not be for you. It's very sweary. It's
I was
very,
about to swear. I was about to swear then as
it's
well.
very sweary. There's a lot of banter, and there can be quite a bit of dark humour as well.
Oh yeah.
But there's no naked people, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well, stand by.
Except for the waist down.
Anyway, we'll be back on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Everyone's knocking around. Thanks for all these guys, everyone in the chat there as well. Well done to everyone who's won and took part. And yeah, we'll see you all then. So have a good evening. You want to come join the hangout? Feel free. We're there. We're all in there.
Yep.
We'll catch you all next time. So bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Hang on.